Listen. Yeah. Yes, God. Get that out of there. Okay, they said tie-dye. They said tie-dye. Let me don't settle down. Let me sit on down and get my together. You can't even see my hair. Ooh. Hey, kids. Some hair got in my mouth. Listen, hey, everybody. It's your boy, Matty Rants. Thank you so very much for tuning into the channel today. You already know what's up. It is a RuPaul's. Bitch, some hair is really in my mouth. Pow. It's a RuPaul's Drag Race Season 15 kind of day. You already know what's up. It's episode 6, Old Friends Gold. We have so much to talk about today. I do want to thank y'all so much for being here at the start of this show. What's up to 138 of y'all already in this piece? Why am I out of breath? Low key, because I was running to get to this today, baby. I was like, let me take a nap before the show. Nah, it's not gonna work out. But we have a girl group challenge today. We have 3 groups representing country, metal, and hip hop. We have a tie-dye runway that almost was, it almost broke the sound barrier and the light barrier, how fast that runway was. I was able to get some screenshots, so we will have something to look over here, and I'm excited for that. I actually enjoyed a lot of the shade today, but I also was here for the untucked of it all. I will be talking about untucked today as well. I'm going to have a conversation about this playful shade that I see some people take it so deep. At the same time, I'm going to be a Libra like I am, because I'm a Libra, Virgo rising, Gemini moon here. I'm going to balance this out. Okay? It's going to be very much, okay, I see her point of view. I see their point of view. That's what we're going to do today on my end. But I want to be sure that we keep this 100. You know how I am. I tell it like it is. But do not send anybody hate from this show, because I'm getting sick of it. Social media is always a mess, but goodness gracious. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Let's go ahead and get my social medias out the way. We got a super chat already. Monica, Mo to the E to the. Hey, Rant Pack, so excited to discuss this episode. Thank you so much for the super chat, Monica. Thank you for being here. Thank you, everybody. Hit that like button if you could for me, please. Here are my social media links as follows. You can find me everywhere at MattyRants, except for Twitter, which is at the MattyRants. You can find that all in the description down below. If you grab a branch, if you eat some fruit, a little bit of Mativia, it sometimes goes a long way. It's a good little poop. Okay. You actually can find Mativia shirts, Rant Pack shirts. The panel and Sundays are best with the panel. Tank tops, t-shirts, and stickers available for your consumption at dragqueenmerch.com. Giving a special shout out to Bible Girl and Company for including me a part of the Drag Queen merch family. And you can find merch available on their website. Just type in Matty Rants. I also post reactions to each and every one of the shows that I cover on this channel, available on my Patreon for as low as $1 a month. That is 25 cents a week. I don't know who's giving you that kind of deal, but baby, cable is how expensive? I thank you. Catch me on over on that Patreon. It's a good time. I have both the episode and Untucked already posted. I also will be having Baddies West posted on Mondays. Yes, because I'm fully invested in the show now. And The Last of Us on HBO is being currently covered. So check me out on Patreon. I'm a hoot. I also will be covering Drag Race Belgique on Patreon, as well as the Drag Race. Was it Sweden? The other one that was called? It's a lot of drag races coming up, so get ready for that. Thank you so much for tuning in. Reminders, I'm also on Cameo and bookable there. If you have any if you're having a bad day, got a birthday, or something special you want me to give you some love on, I will give you an actual, honest, more than just 60-second response that I'm going to show on a national television program to be a jerk. No, I'm actually going to give you some love and some realness to you. So book me on Cameo and give you some light and some love. All right. You see, I'm like already out of breath, and I'm just trying to pull myself together because this is you know, I love it when the show gives me some, give me a little edge, give me a little drama. I do like a little extra. And I did get that this week. But at the same time, you know, I can already see where people may want to jump just a little too fast. So we're going to do a little bit of this today because you already know what's up. I see some super chats here. CJ Madness, thank you so much for the super chat. I've just recently started watching you. I'm thoroughly a fan. Well, welcome to the Rant Pack, baby. Listen, to my new Rant Pack members, what up? How you doing? Welcome to the channel. You picked a good one. I don't want to toot my own horn, but welcome to the family. It is madness. So much to cover, so much to go over. Alim, thank you once again. You're always here. I appreciate you so much for the super chat. Let's do the disclaimer because it is important because, yeah, we're going to be talking about some stuff today and I'm going to have an opinion. I don't agree with the winner, but here we go. Disclaimer, this program is for entertainment purposes only and content is not intended to malign any religion, race, company, individual, or wigs. All opinions expressed by Matty Rants, the program participants, are so their personal views and do not reflect the opinions of every human being on the planet. No hate should be sent to any of the shows or individuals mentioned on this program, so please do not be a jerk. I'm going to read that last one again just to make sure we're clear. No hate should be sent to any of the shows or individuals mentioned on this program. Please do not be a jerk. And if you feel uncomfortable after viewing this, I have merch available at dragqueenmerch.com. It's up for your consumption. If you want to drop your boy a tip in his jar, the Beyonce tickets have been announced. She's going to be in my hometown in Houston, Texas on my birthday at Energy Stadium. The cat journey is there. The DragCon journey is there. But at the same time, this is only if you want to, not completely necessary because that thumbs butt, yep. The thumbs butt button is free. Thumbs butt. But PayPal at me /MattyRants, Cash App $MattyRants, Venmo MattyRants. Your presence here, you being here right now, is really what's most important. And I appreciate you so much for choosing me today, wherever you are in your life. Shout out to my baby M. If you've noticed lately, there have been timestamps in the comment section. So if you found yourself at the 7-minute marker of this video and you're like, this queen's just talking, I am. That's what I do. Matty Rants. But there will be timestamps available. Shout out to them for working so hard on those. And I know that's been very helpful for people who just want to get to the point. But this is my channel. And what I do is talk a whole lot. And I mean that. Okay. So if it ain't for you, I don't want to hear about it. But if you want to talk about it, I'm sure a Reddit thread is about it. I'm just saying. Hit that thumbs butt. But don't go down. Don't go down. Anywho, hit that thumbs up button if you would for me, please. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I hope everyone's having a good one. Whatever happened this week, let's leave it behind. Let's take that deep breath. Happy birthday if it's your birthday today. Happy birthday if your birthday was this past week. And happy early birthday if it's coming up soon. I hope you're having a good day, everybody. Riley, love to you and the Rant Pack. Love back to you, baby. I appreciate you so much for being here. Thank you so very much. Y'all ready to get in this episode? You ready to talk about this? Because beach. The Cufford remix is everything. It's everything. I was like, oh, not you improve the song. Arts and goodies. Why do people go to commentary channels and hate on the commentator? You're so lovely, Matt. Listen, people need things to do, and I am something to do. Look at me. All right. So, I'm going to say 3 things first before we start this up, and I want y'all, please hear me because you know how people get. I actually enjoyed the episode thoroughly. That's 1. I enjoyed this episode. 2, I'm here for shade of all forms. I don't care how it comes or how it goes. I'm here for some nonsense. So that also kept me invested in this episode. Actually, I got 4 points. 3, the conversation about our, older LGBTQIA plus representatives and the impact and how important it is to share stories, as I've always said, is a very huge and tremendous deal that I think some of these fans who are so focused on attacking people did not take notice of and listen to stories that are being told to you. Not hearing what they say, but listening to what they were saying, because I got very emotional in Untucked when I forget his name, but he started talking about he has no friends left that were in his circle, all gone. How deep that was. I think a lot of people missed that because I looked at the conversations on Twitter. I said, damn, they're not talking about the golden gays. They're not talking about the old gays enough. I don't know what's going on here. And the last thing I'm going to say, I think judging was weird this week. And if I'm going to be very honest with you, I think that Aura did a good job. However, Sasha Colby or Mistress, in my opinion, and I'm leaving it at that. I'll get to the point later as to why I feel that they should have either of those two. But I don't think Aura, I think you deserved a high placement. I don't know about when. I am happy that you won, though, because I'd find it very funny if, based off of this commercial we saw for next week's episode, that they earned this win. And then the following episode, it's trash, and then they send you home. I'm going to feel some kind of way. I'm just going to tell you that up front right now. You know what that feels like? It feels like a particular season of Drag Race UK where a certain individual got a win with a group, and then the following episode was gone. Copper top, that's the girl. I'm just saying. So I'm looking at this like, okay. And then I also would say no shade to Aura, and I have to say this right now, maybe because I'm a Libra and I'm sticking up for my Libra sister. Selena Estidis was right there. Her outfit may not have been the one for the judges, but she deserved to have a conversation about her skills. And she is an actress. So why are we not doing this at this point in moment in time? And Marsha, I'm gonna come up. We'll talk later. We're gonna get to Untuck for you. I see your point to a lot of things, and I don't dislike her. Wait, yeah, I don't dislike her drag. I'm fine. I'm good with Marsha's drag, right? Sometimes cerebral moments are not translatable on television, and you'd have to go to Twitter to discuss it for us to fully get the concept, because that wasn't tie-dye. When you explained it on Twitter, I was like, oh, okay. But James, thank you for the comment. Almost a super chat. My bad. Matty, have you seen Roscoe's? Aura has a lot of layers to her story and pain. You can tell the show did her dirty. This is the problem with I'm not going to say it's a problem with this comment, because you are right to feel this way, but I have to remind everybody, this is why I have to take myself out of those moments of going, they deserve this, they deserve that, right? Listen, 42 minutes is what we got. Out of how many hours? We don't know how things went down. You know what I'm saying? So I feel bad for her, but not only just Aura, but a lot of people on the show. I feel bad for Robin today. Robin was given the go home edit. And bitch, get ready for me to give you examples. The go home edit. I said, oh, she's not going to be here tomorrow. I bet, put money down. And then it was like looking at the bottom three. I said, oh, I'm so confused. No shade. Somebody else should have been in the bottom three this week, and I want to know what y'all think too. Let's get to this bitch. I had to say all that at the beginning, because I sat there like, while I enjoyed this episode, I have questions. I have things I need to ask, because it felt really weird in moments, you know? I was like, oh, okay. Anywho, peace to Mateo. Spice was painted like she was auditioning for Cats the Musical, and you fight me on, bitch. I said, they said old lady. She said, okay, so Broadway. I'm sorry. Let's talk about it. We're gonna get there. All right. Let the narration begin. Selena Estidis, in her Miranda Priestley moment of all, slammed her coat onto the table, and them hips were not lying as she walked back into the room, emotional AF, to let us know, bitch, I'm still here. But let me tell you something, chicas, it is going to be a tough one. I love me some Estidis. I don't care how people feel about her and the loudness and all that. And sometimes there is a point where I'm like, what's going on with the clothing department? As a whole, though, she is everything and then some for me. So, yeah. But we're gonna move past that, because in reality, no shade. I like Amethyst is gone. We saw that coming. Can we have this moment to talk about Mohart for like 2 minutes here, real quick? Who else was gagged to see her in this commercial with Starbucks as being the sponsor of Drag Race? One, Starbucks being a sponsor, but two, Mo is in this commercial. And why did this commercial feel like a actual moment with Mo? If you've met her, you already know that's my sis. I was like, girl, did you write the script? Because, oh, this is great. The whole thing, the whole bit. I posted my reaction on Patreon, so you'll see how I feel about it. But I got emotional a little bit, because I was like, that's right, friend. And you better be. looking real good. Mind you, both her kids on the show. It's sad that one of them got eliminated today, but the other one's doing good either way. Listen, thanks for tuning in. 336 of y'all in this piece. Hit that like button, share, and subscribe. Become part of this Rant Pack family. I see my super chats up in here. I appreciate the love. Drop a tip in my jar if you feel like it. PayPal.me/MattyRants. Catch up thoughts on MattyRants. MattyRants. Thanks for being here. Victoria, thank you for the super chat. Today is my birthday. Happy birthday, love. First time since your season 9 review days has a review dropped on my B-Day. What a treat. Wow. Okay. See, you saying season 9 and we're on season 15, that should give you the layers for the new girls up in here. I've been doing this. But listen, happy birthday to you as well. And happy birthday to you, Carice. Hopefully I said that right. Happy birthday, baby. Oh, no, you need to be on Do Not Disturb. I don't like hearing noises. Okay, listen. Go on, Mo. You did a good job here. This commercial was great. I just wanted to give this little moment before we get into the episode. I lived. All right, now back on this couch. Let's talk about it. Lux is living in her full noir fantasy, London fantasy, and she has won her first challenge, presenting the front runners as Lucy, Sasha herself, and Anitra. Everybody else needs to pick the game up. Now, Malaysia took this moment to say how she was surprised and also really pleased that the judges gave her such positive critiques on something that she was so nervous about, and how it really just, sort of changed her attitude around. Now, in this moment, Lux had to tell her, well, girl, to be honest with you, I kind of didn't know how it was going to go either way. I thought that was the nicest way of saying, girl, I thought the look was shit. Oh, Malaysia. I was like, sister. I said, look, that was the nicest way of saying I didn't see it for you, girl. And then, of course, Mistress in the confessionals going, my sis has a taste level issue, but I love her down. This is going to play out through the episode with Mistress and Malaysia. It definitely starts with the full fantasy of, girl, why you trying it? Girl, you trying me. I heard somebody was saying I didn't deserve to be up in the top, a little birdie. She goes, bitch, if you look to the left, it's this birdie right here. I don't know about the rest of y'all. This doesn't bother me, the back and forth and the bantering bit. I think it's funny. I think it's funny. But I also feel and understand Malaysia's point later in the episode as opposed to in the beginning of the episode. But to me, I still don't think that Mistress it's not that deep. But I understand something about what does happen later where I'm like, okay, let's listen to what Malaysia's got to say, because there's the point that's being made right now. And some people you can't poke with all day. You can play with them for a couple of kikis, but you can't do it all day because maybe their insecurities are already on their shelf, and you playing with them while you playing are knocking over things that are actually expensive, and that person now has to clean that shit up. It gets to a point where it's like, okay, chill. And I don't know if that was addressed, but we'll get there at the same time. But I don't think that what Mistress was doing was malicious or intentional behind hurting Malaysia. And I say the same thing for Lux too. But we're going to keep on going with that. Anywho, I was cackling. The back and forth was funny. The delusion bit, the Annabelle doll, they're funny. And again, I'm not sure if they're friends on, outside of this show. I'm sure they all talk together in a group chat. Most of the time we know these things. But, they're funny together, just shading each other back and forth. It's a cackle. But I think that Malaysia may have been taking things just a tad bit too seriously at some point in time, because it kind of got to her a little bit and maybe just over certain things. But I don't think that Mistress was being mean. I think Lux was living for this entirety, though. Lux was like, yes, girls, do it. It's fun. It was all light shade. It just got a little too much a little bit later. Speaking of which, shout out to Mistress Isabel Brooks. Thank you for the follow back on Twitter. I was gagged this morning. What a great way to wake up. I was like, wait a minute. I said both Malaysia. It's funny they're in this picture. Malaysia and Mistress follow me on Twitter. It was just cute. But thank you for the follow back. I was like, Houston sister. I'm gonna see her eventually. I'm trying to. The last time I went out was at Barcode Baby, and a fight broke out. Poor Roxanne. I love my sister, but I was like, well, I don't want to be up in here. because somebody might start swinging and start a little back and then want that extra. Anywho, RuPaul is dressed for retirement or possibly to host, the Mr. Rogers show, because I was like, oh, she is comfortable. I kind of love it. It's her most non-aggressive outfit she's ever worn into the workroom. But RuPaul, sitting there looking like Palm Springs, is telling the queens that they have a maxi challenge today of girl group proportions, where it's going to be some old lady lala. The three groups will have to form their own groups together based on the people around them and who they want to work with. They're given the options of heavy metal, hip hop, and country. Each group will have their own individuals. Oh, excuse me. I don't like how that's that words. Let's try to find a different way to word that, man. No. Each group will have their own individual song that they're going to have to make their own lyrics to, perform on stage, choreography, the full jazz. They're responsible for everything. That part. It really does look comfortable. I have to give RuPaul that credit, because I'm like, it gives me very Tommy Bahamas, but regardless of that, let's go into the groups themselves. First group, I'm not surprised to see Lex and Mistress working together. But Selena S. Titties, Marsha, Mistress Isabel Brooks, and Lex Nora London give us group 1. Going into group 2, we have... I love how Robin Fierce looks like somebody's child getting ready for a school photo, and they just got dressed up. This is good. Little Robin, hold on, baby. Look at the camera, Robin. Look at the camera. Every time I looked at pictures of Robin, she gave me somebody's child. No shame, Robin. I'm just being funny. But listen, group 2 consisted of Robin Fierce, Jax, Lucy LaDuca, and Anitra. Okay, interesting group. Now, going into group 3, we have Spice, who is dressed to audition for NSYNC. I love something. God, Spice and Sugar kill me. But Spice, I've noticed ever since their sister leaving, I'm like, we can focus individually on the person. Tell me this does not give you boy band. Tell me it doesn't give you boy band. It's I love it, Spice. I found it so funny. Malaysia, Baby Doll, Fox, Sasha Colby, and Aura Mayari. Listen. Now, after all the teams have been set up to go, RuPaul says, I've got a little extra something special for you today to give you a little, right bump in the stump. It's the old gays, TikTok famous gays. Has anyone found it interesting how we're getting a lot of TikTok integrated storytelling and guests that are on? It's definitely a sign of the times as far as where what is popular and what is sellable right now in terms of showcasing it through shows like this, TikTok famous, this, that, and the other. I've noticed that a lot this season already, and even including with the most recent season of Canada's Drag Race, with Fierce Delicious and that full situation where it was like, oh, I'm on TikTok. Is this? And I'm on TikTok. It's that. It's like, interesting. Maddie got a TikTok too. She does good. Actually, my TikToks do good when I'm reacting to anything. Anytime I'm reacting, it's very much that information. So, but they're going to come into play a little bit later. As you know, this episode is edited down a lot, so we didn't get to see their conversation until Untucked that I talked about later. I believe I have the picture up now because I just want to talk about it while we're here. But I thought this moment in particular was very powerful. I am a little bit sad this was in Untucked. I kind of was like, this was worthy of being on the episode, but maybe because it's MTV and, it's MTV and ridiculousness literally is on 23 hours out of the day, that this would have been too deep to show. But I was fully here for these stories, listening to these men. I have some older gay friends in my life who have told me, taught me, and have given me their stories of their survival and what they went through during the 80s and the 70s. And it's always important to have stories like these told, especially for this new generation that has things completely fucked over. And that's not all of you that are in this generation. For those of you who feel like, well, Matt says Gen Z, so that's me. No. I'm referring to the ones who who you are. You know what you tweeted. You know your deletes. You know your subtweets. You know who I'm talking about. So that's who I'm referring to, the ones who just don't get it, but honestly play with people's time and money. Anywho, it just was a really nice moment. I love this scene, and I was just like, oh, like it was great to see. And it was nice to show a different side of our community besides no fats, no femmes, no Asians. Because I, just saying, like, it was nice to see a little different. We all, okay, because the real guys are well, anywho. Let's move past this. Shout out to them. Thank you for telling your stories and being great representatives of our community. So, moving past this moment and into back into the episode, really here, it's time to decide what music needs to be picked. Wildcard, it's interesting you bring that up. I won't lie. Sometimes because I'm a younger generation of gay people, I just feel like I'll be looked down, but I know it's not always like that. So here's the thing. When I was younger and I was like in my 18, 19, 20s and I was going to the bars and stuff like that, getting in and all that jazz. And there was always that, oh, you're a baby. You're a baby. And oh, you don't know yet. And this, that, and the other. I'd always take offense because I'm like, what do you mean I don't know? I'm a grown man and da, 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 da. Honey, at 36 now, compared to then, when I tell you all that you're a baby, real. That shit was real. Two, if anything, people are watching what is coming up and they're not trying to take you down. And there may be some people who are PRED, finish the rest of it towards younger gays and people in the community and take advantage of their naiveness and willingness to, have someone accept them. But as for the people who I have met, and I've met, unfortunately, folks like that too, but the majority of folks that I know, I still have friends in my life that I've known since I was 18 who are now in their 60s and even 70s who I've knew through the club scene, who it's all still love, it's also respect. I see what you're doing, Matty, on YouTube. You're doing your thing, and they're having a wonderful life. Everything's not always that black and white kind of stuff. So it just happens to be who it is, the person you run into, all that. Not everybody who was older is like this, James, what you're saying here. Not everybody who's older is going to come with love. Okay. Not everybody who's older is going to come with knowledge too. There's a lot of old people out there who are stupid as shit. Okay. Dumb as rocks, ignorant as fuck. There's a lot of older people out there who are like that. So trust. When I say that once you get to a certain point in your life, you'll see it on the other side and you'll be like, oh, I remember, and it goes from there. Because I've started doing that when I go out now. I'm like, oh, that was me. Especially when I see girls get sloppy drunk. I'm like, oh, that was me. I used to be like that. It's not a good look, I promise you. Y'all mind your alcohol, drink responsibly, please. All right. This metal gate, who thought this was going to happen? Who thought this was going to happen? Okay, listen. I see both sides of this. I see both sides of it, and I'm kind of here for all of it. So let's just get into it. Basically, when Marsha opened her mouth and said, she spoke and said, hey, we would like to do metal. Does anyone have any thoughts on that? So to me, that wasn't you saying we're taking metal. What are y'all going to do? That was, what do y'all think about it? Now, when Sasha's group had said, oh, we were thinking about doing metal too, that is when was the disconnect of disconnects, because instead of it being well, who's going to do it? It turned into Lux and Mistress. Oh, I was crying, laughing, going, well, I guess we're taking metal then. So I guess y'all got country. Now, no one is looking at hip hop because they're arguing over metal. This gives this group a chance to take hip hop for themselves, which people, I guess, were thinking, oh, it's hip hop, that'll be expected. There is ways that hip hop could have worked. I'm going to tell you why RuPaul didn't like it this week. I think I figured out why RuPaul wasn't a fan of the hip hop group. But once they took their, okay, we'll do hip hop and let them mind their own, baby, it was the cackle of the century for me. I'm sorry. It's the way Mistress is like, no, metal is just what we're going to do. You'll be fine. But it's Lux for me. Lux had me crying. I mean, I'm already wearing the hat and I'm not taking it off. Wow. Ridiculous. It's not that. Listen. Don't nobody should be taking this moment too seriously. This was very playful. It felt like some people were taking it a little seriously. It is kind of rude, but I don't, again, intentions behind people. Address it if it made you feel some kind of way. But this wasn't that deep. But I think it was just funny how they were not changing at all. And Lux was making me cry. I'm just crying. I mean, listen, we're taking metal and you can just adapt to country. You just have to adapt to it and make it fierce. And then what was the other one I was crying over? Get acquainted. There we go. Get acquainted with the genre. So here's me. No, she goes, what makes you think you're a metallic fantastic? Yo, I wanted to throw a brick at Lux because I was crying over here. Like, I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. Okay, so listen, here's me though. Sasha wasn't feeling it at all. Sasha wasn't feeling it at all. Sasha was like, girl, I don't like, bitch, who are you talking to? For what? Like, who are you telling what to do? Me? Sasha? Who are you telling what to do? Malaysia, I know you were happy you had somebody there that was for the rah-rahs too, because you were already on that, nah, these bitches been playing with us all week. We're not doing that today. And low-key, Sasha almost dipped out on it just a bit. And I know what Malaysia was talking about when Sasha goes, oh, well, we'll be fine at anything. No, we want the medal. And she gave us our first good old nasty moment for me in these confessionals. Remember how Latrice had the 5Gs girl, good God girl, get a grip. You know, that's one of my favorite moments from season 4. Season 15 now has that with Sasha's in the OCP. Oh, child, please. I love Sasha. We're going to talk a little bit more about her too when she had a very deep conversation in the workroom in do we say a cathartic moment or more of an epiphany while she was talking about the situation that was happening? I was so happy to see someone who I've watched for years have that moment. I'm like, go on, girl. But again, Donna, this is me. I've asked for this. I'm not going to complain about it. I'm not going to turn to someone and go, they're wrong. And no, bitch, do it. Now I'm going to tell you what I think about both sides of it, where I'm like, yeah, I would be Sasha Malaysia too. You're not going to just be playing me like that and throwing jokes. You're not going to be, oh, this is funny to you. No, bitch, this could actually be a challenge that sends me home. So no, I'm going to take metal and you can take country since y'all are the baddest bitches on the planet. Right. Either way, we would have kept it up. But, I just felt like what Mistress and Lux were doing was very playful. I know people found it to be like, oh, they were so rude. But I was like, I think they were just being playful and just being kicks. And with Malaysia and Sasha, while they were also like, no, we're not going to move too, it got to a point where it was like, girl, okay, so what are you talking about? Because we could be funny, but now you're just telling me that this is what I'm going to do. That's not going to happen. So here's for me. Carmelo, when I tell you something, they will not like me on Drag Race. They will not like me. If there is already somebody who is social media like that girl and she ends up saying something really dumb or out of line and I have to get her together, I'm not going to mince words. So it's kind of ridiculous in a sense. It's like people can't say shit because, oh, you talked about my favorite. Please. Everybody is owed something, baby. Not everyone can get a lick. All right. Ain't no one that touched. While all this is happening, you would have thought from the edit of this episode with how they were going back and forth that Anitra, Lucy, Robin, and Jax's group was on the other side of the couch. I didn't realize they were in the middle the entire time. I didn't even realize it. Now that I'm noticing that they're like looking in different directions, the way that this edit was played, you would have thought that they were sitting across from each other having this argument right next to them while the other group was on the other side of the fence here. It was very interesting. Like just looking at how all that was done. See, now I can see Selena's arm right here. It's just the way it seemed like everybody was like, boom, 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 boom. I was like, okay, like the edit was kind of fire. They focused on who we needed to focus on for this moment and gave the other girls light. Now, when Robin took a sip of her coffee and was like, ooh, child, this is a lot for me. I said, girl, they're going to send you home. She's giving calm. She's giving just regal attitude. She's giving collected. They want mess. That's what Robin's going on. Something better happen. She better do something crazy this week. I don't know, man. But the fairest thing to do, and honestly, this is where I would have taken it. I don't know about the rest of you. If there's an issue, okay, if there's an issue with the picking of a certain role or whatever's going on, and we're not going to come to an agreement, no one's going to agree to disagree, then let's make it a 50-50 chance, random draw, flip a coin, draw it out of a hat, whatever the case may be. Let's do it that way. That way it's left up to chance, and we can't get mad at it because now it's about just picking at random, and then I'll just get what I get. That's why for me, I was sitting here like, okay, when are they going to bring this up? Because I either they're just going to give up, or let's just go ahead and just leave it to that. Either way. But when I tell you, I know Malaysia Baby Doll Fox felt the Lord Spirit, the Holy Ghost, all of the above. Bitch, this was supreme for me. Them looking at it at the same time with the cameraman going back and forth from Malaysia Deluxe to see their facial expressions. But when Malaysia got it, and we got metal, period. Oh, man, that was funny. RuPaul knew exactly what she was doing. Y'all pick the teams. You pick the songs. You do the choreography. Have fun. Production. Do what you do. All right, babies. Oh my goodness. Listen, I had a blast with it. Either way, I think for Lux and Mistress, regardless of them getting country or not, they were going to be fine. Like, they even knew that themselves, but this was a moment just to tease into play. I will say that to someone's point, and also this comes up later, when it feels like someone is dismissing you and whatever you're saying is basically being thrown, and it's like, girl, like whatever you just said, fuck all that. That's disrespectful, and that can piss somebody the fuck off. And I would get upset if someone ever played, did me that way, baby. I am Donkey Kong smashing that motherfucker. Who you talking to? I was here for Untucked, trust me. But I think that's what's happened. That's the miscommunication here. There maybe intentions are lost because of this being a pressure cooker situation. You know what I mean? It's like they weren't intentionally trying to hurt you, but they're not realizing the pain that is being caused in this moment. I think that what Lux and Mistress in this moment right now, I don't know if anybody was really checking on Selena Estides, and I was kind of surprised that Selena wasn't speaking as much. Maybe she was, maybe it was edited out. But I was thinking to myself, Selena wanted hip hop, and y'all talking about metal. And Selena was going to do a group okay with it, but trying to be a team player. But in reality, she ended up getting stuck with the one she least wanted because of what Lux, Mistress, Malaysia, and Sasha's whole moment. See what happens when you don't speak up and let your group know that your puss is just as big as the other girl. I'm just saying, you know, she still did good, but I'm like, I wish she spoke up in that moment. I wish she didn't, let that be the group thing, because it's like, hey, I also in this moment would have liked to have had a word in this, because I felt like, I think Marsha was finding the way. She was like, I'll do country or the other one. This is whatever. But I don't know. Whether or not she was outvoted doesn't matter to me. It's about what I just said in terms of speaking up and just having a voice in that moment. Probably was edited out. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We got 467 of you here. Do me a favor, hit that like button, share, and subscribe. Become a part of this Rant Pack family. I appreciate y'all for tuning in today. If you want to do something real lovely for your boy, if you rim my jar, I might just moan, but well, yeah, this jar too, but the fictional one, not really. But there's a tip jar down there if you feel like dropping a little something for me. PayPal.me/MattyRants. Cash up $, Venmo MattyRants. But that thumbs up button is super free and super able for you to use. Smash it. Do what you can do with it. If you are a discussing individual, you can hit the thumbs down button. And I'm assuming that everyone that hit it is. I just wanted to be clear. Points, I'm making points, but it's not up to debate in terms of, well, that's what happened. No, it's not. We don't know. We weren't there, but I'm talking from a stance of This is what would make more sense if this was the case to be, but that's not what we're talking about, right? Selena sat there in her silence and it was like, uh-oh, now we might have a little bit of trouble. We might have a situation because she's not comfortable with the genre. I kind of cackled when she says, bitch, I don't know how to be white, this, that, and the other, whatever. It was like, I need you to just take yourself out of your head for a moment here, Selena, and everything that you're used to doing and just go with it. Because that's kind of what Drag Race is. Drag Race is that show that takes you out of your comfort zone when you're competing in it and asks you to be very silly. It asks you to take yourself away from what you're used to doing and show up and give until you're asked to give what you're usually giving. Like, show us what you got. That's what that is. But now after that, with the show you what you got, it's very, okay, so now I want to see you jump from this building. Now I'd like to see you talk about your dead parents. Now I'd like to see you swallow a goldfish. I'm not comfortable doing those things. Then you go home. So I felt bad for her. For me personally, I don't know. I think I would want hip hop. Oh, this is gonna be shady. I would have wanted hip hop, but I would have wanted a different group. Does that make sense? Like, no shade to Anitra's group, but I would have picked different people. As much as this is a girl group challenge, and we're like, where are the dancers? Honey, it's not even about the dancers. It's about the choreography. It's about working well together. It's about things making sense versus we all are very talented. Let's do this. No, we need to make shit make sense. Okay, someone's got to be the anchor. Two of y'all got to be the oars, and one person has to be the captain. If everybody's doing the same, it doesn't do anything. We're going to talk about it. Girl, I was RuPaul low-key when that hip-hop group was performing. And everyone who felt like, oh, no, they ate. Did they? Because I just saw a bunch of people dancing versus actually giving old ladies tea. Every now and then, I felt like it was more so a physical therapy, like commercial for a new like clinic that opened up down the street. And they're talking about how people can get back to walking again. You gave that versus, retirement home. Anywho, we got Leland here, baby. Listen, Leland has been all over Drag Race, giving us hit after hit. Shout out to Leland. He looked amazing at Drag Con. I think I said hello. I don't remember. I think I was drunk that moment because the House of Love cocktails, baby. Shit. Hey, Freddie out there too, trying to make these people sound good. I'm only going to talk about moments that actually kind of sat with me here, which is I knew Robin is going home in this moment. Baby, it's the way. It is the way. It is the way. Shout out to anybody that knows that reference. Robin was looking at her lyrics like she was in school. Like I told you, this baby gives me like very much grade school tease. Drop off her child at school, come back. I got A's, mama. Bitch, she looking at that like, oh. I was nervous for the Rob. I was nervous. I was like, oh God, she's talking about, I don't know how to rap. Oh Lord, you chose hip hop. Did you want hip hop? Like maybe Robin would have done, ooh, I bet you money Robin would have done better with country. I bet you money. Ooh, listen, everyone's favorite, Marsha, I can't even be mad at Marsha. I would be flexing too. I was in kinky boots. What was it? My Fair Lady. I would be flexing too. I can't even be not because listen, if I gave Willem the same credit for like literally listing their resume every motherfucking 5 minutes, which in all honesty was a great way to get people to be upset, but also to show your resume because people are watching the show. I'm not mad at her for doing that because it didn't feel like as annoying as it could have been, but it was very, Leland, so what can you do? Well, I was like, okay, Marsha, just so you know, I have done this. I have done that. I've done a little bit of this and that too. It was funny. To me, I thought it was funny. I wasn't mad. I was like, okay, bitch, hey, Chichu, I'm telling you, let that have been my resume. I'm one of those folks, bitch. I was on television several times. I have toured at South by Southwest with a New Orleans bouncer. I do, trust me, I've done it many a times. When someone comes up and is like, girl, I'm giving. Oh, you're giving? Okay, I'm going to show you what giving is. It was Hello Dolly. Okay, thank you, thank you. It was one of the alabaster ones. I knew it was. Thank you. Okay. Good for her. Alexis Michelle was very proud. Listen, well, Marsha has yet to blame somebody for not looking good. So, no shade to Michelle of Alexis's, but like, let us remind ourselves about season 9 and how we had to sit through several untucks of no one told me I look like shit. That used to drive me, and I wanted to like Alexis so much. I still think she's a great queen. No disrespect to Alexis Michelle. That used to drive me season 9. I think that was that episode that Nina Benina Brown had turned around on her when she was talking about her look, and she had her back to her the entire time. That shit was funny. Ooh, I need to see some of that in Untucked. Anywho, all right, Selena Estidis, I was a little bit worried for too, because again, it was very much, this is not my genre, this is not my brand. How do I like undo what I do? Also, who thought Aura was going to do well this week? Because Aura, all tea, they gave you one moment in your confessionals of saying, this is my shit. I do this. I got this. This is me. And then after that, we get here and it's like, uh-oh. How do I sound? I don't know how to sound. I don't know how she was so nervous. I was like, okay, I feel bad because Aura is now giving in my head edit. And it's like, uh-oh, is this going to be her in the bottom now because this was the one she was supposed to be good at? Like, do. Suffused. Nidra. Did she do well? Listen, we'll talk about it. The edit gave Aura a safe placement. It really did. It very much did. And when I tell you the confusion, no shade to Aura, but I was confused, bitch. I was like, I mean, she's giving in this runway, but I thought it was okay. Daniel, oh, I'm sorry. I answered that question with the hip hop, but I appreciate the super chat. Thank you, baby. Daniel, I remember you from my Drag Race Philippines reviews. I cannot wait for season 2. So excited for that. I knew this group wasn't going to do well from here. They got up here and started talking. I thought we were in the middle of an off-Broadway production of something, or possibly an improv class. They talked about what they were going to do, but we didn't see any work. Again, this could be the edit. This could be the edit. So I don't want to just be like, yeah. But was it this group or was it the next group where Mistress was like, girl, y'all sat up there and talked the entire time. Your time is up. Give us the stage. Oh, Lord, y'all might not like me on the show because that is my kind of energy right there, girl. Like, okay, come on. And I'd be playing with them, of course. But I'm also the same individual where if I'm going to read somebody and they feel some kind of way, I will apologize in the same breath. I'll also say that, I wasn't going there. I knew they were going to do good because Marsha was able to actually do choreography without Aura saying no. Look at me giving your dues, Marsha. I hope you're listening. One more time, I knew this group was going to do well because Marsha was able to actually choreograph a routine without someone telling her no. Look at how that worked. And Sasha did a little bit of the choreo, but I think Aura also had some input too in the other group. That BFA came with, I was like, okay. Very interesting. The rock group, okay, I get it. It was, we don't have to do a lot here, but I did want to see a little bit more going on because it was a little kind of crazy. Just a little bit. It was a little chaos. And Mistress was like, wait, you all fought over this? Game on, bitch. Game on. Listen, 512 of you in here. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. I appreciate the love. We're talking about RuPaul's Drag Race Season 15, Episode 6. Old Friends Gold. Do me a favor, hit that like button, share, and subscribe if you are new here. 21,200 plus of you a part of this Rant Pack family. I appreciate it. If you want to drop a tip in my jar, that's down there with paypal.me/rants, cash up Simon Rants, Venmo Rants, and also make sure to hit that thumbs up button once again. Get in that comment section after this. Let's get to the comment section after this. Make sure, because that is what's helping me in the algorithm. Y'all, listen, the first video we did, 47,000 views, I think, or it's either 42 or 47,000. So getting in the comment section, hitting that like button, interacting with this video really helps. So make sure, my Rant Pack family, that you do that once we're done with this live. And thanks again for tuning in. All right. Another great moment, another good moment, a moment that I'm happy that Sasha got to tell. And I love the way that she says Hawaii, because she's not saying it like, Hawaii is, Hawaii, like my friend would say it like almost like a V, Hawaii. I have a friend who is from Hawaii, who now lives in Hawaii. But that's how she would say it. She wouldn't say it like Hawaii. She'd be like Hawaii, like almost like it sounds like a V, but it's not. Sasha told a very interesting story, and I'm hoping that those who are offended by the word fish didn't take her in this moment and go, "Oh my God, she said the word." I'm listening to Mama right now. You know what I'm saying? She had a conversation about trans women and drag performers in Hawaii back in the 60s and 70s and 80s, that time frame where, at the end of the show, these people would be arrested for performing, and also the, struggles that were faced at the time out there with, police, with the way they were being treated, and also having to have these trans women who, apparently were not clockable, honey. And the girls, people were getting mad. They were making them wear buttons that would tell them that they were a boy. It's like, what? Like, can you imagine that shit? Like, also you performing that night, getting your tips, then walking out, and then all of a sudden, flashing light, let's see your hands, putting you right in jail. There goes your whole weekend sitting in jail while, God knows what the situation was. Sasha telling stories like this, and you notice how it's Spice asking questions, but you also have Malaysia, you also have Aura there, all of different, different ages, different backgrounds, listening to this conversation. I'm sure everybody else there too was having those same moments, right? It's impactful, just like with the old gays, when this gets told, because a newer generation has situations like Pulse, the horrible, 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 horrible night that was, and those lives that were lost, to look at as moments in history from us. I'm from a generation of Matthew Shepard. Okay. Like I come from that story, that tale that was told. May Matthew Shepard rest in peace. Like, I was growing up when I was young, and with those kind of stories for me, you know what I mean? And then also talking to gay men when I was younger in the clubs about what the AIDS crisis was, how that full situation went down. And they're like, you don't even know. You have no, like, the stories I would hear. Ooh, it'd be so sad to listen to some of the stories. But I was really happy that Sasha got to do this, but also in the middle of her having this conversation, there is this epiphany, this full moment of realization that this show and the positivity it's showing on behalf of, of her representing as a trans woman, but also as a drag performer, and where we have come from being such a taboo art of drag to it now being celebrated in mainstream. It has been something that has been said before in different ways by many others. But as someone like me who grew up with Sasha, I grew up watching her in my young age, like I said, my early 20s or whatever. Sasha's at the club and she's performing. I remember my friends would force me, even before I even knew who she was. You need to see who this is, Matthew. You need to see her. You need to see her. I'm like, okay. And to be swept in all of it, like I get it. So I'm happy for her. Sasha's like, what, a year older than me? Sasha's what, 37? I'm 36. So I come from her timeline and her time frame. Okay. If that gives you any indication of how I operate and why I say the things I say and all that kind of stuff. I'm in that same generation as Sasha. So Dr. Cross, yes. That was something that was talked about heavily, especially when I was a young kid, because it was being in the 90s, because I was born in 86. So in the 90s on television, I was seeing all that propaganda against it. And that was being brought into my house by my parents who didn't know what was going on and automatically assumed things. Plus, I had an uncle who passed away of AIDS, unfortunately. May he rest in peace. But like, there was already so much stigma that was happening behind it. And so it, honey, when I tell you, I was, woo, horrible things were being said at the time. Many, it's a lot to take in. I've had to sit at a dinner table with a bunch of family members while they're saying some of the most crazy shit on the planet with no knowledge. But again, I'm happy that Sasha was able to share and showcase her story and to, have that moment with us on television and for us to share it with her. So I love you, Sasha Colby. I tell like it is on this show, everybody can get chopped or not with me. I'm just saying that it's amazing to see someone who I've always admired finally getting their dues and being on the show and all that kind of stuff. So, all right. Now, this I thought was funny. This is when I thought we were very much getting into like this is all for playing for keeks. Maybe Malaysia was, still feeling a little sensitive here, but this was fucking funny. This was playful. Mistress out of the just walks over to Malaysia. Girl, it's giving. And then Malaysia going, bitch, we were told to do old ladies. Why are you painted like a clown? For Mistress is so quick. Girl, we have the same makeup on. Same makeup. Bitch, you have blue eyeshadow. I have silver. This back and forth was funny. And I hope that, and I know it's TV, this was a year ago. We have to recognize this edited television program, that these two are cool in real time. I would hope that would be the case because they are so similar in so many ways. And it has nothing to do with size. It just their personalities. Girl, they are funny back and forth. Oh my goodness gracious. Listen. I love these two. I love these two so much. That's my kind of drag. That's my kind of, gay experience with my friends and stuff. We cackle, we shade, we keek, we do all of that. Okay. And I do it too. If my friends ever have a problem with me saying something crazy, they address it. They would be fools to hold it over my head later because I'm gonna talk about them later and be like, why did you wait to say something now? You could have clocked me when it happened. And I would have given you sincerity and nothing but respect. And I'd check myself before I do it again next time. Because some people don't know how to play. And sometimes when we play with folks, like we shade and we keek, we don't know what that person may be feeling at the time. And with shade, there is always a little bit of truth. And sometimes that truth is maybe a little bit of it, but it's a big and loud and it's personified because someone made a joke about it. So yeah. Yeah, they're so funny. What the fuck is RuPaul wearing? Okay, let's get to the runway. Bring it to the runway. Runway, bring it to the runway. Please clap, clap. RuPaul is wearing a silver shirt. RuPaul is wearing a silver shirt that she took a bobby pin and just put to the side and said, I'm gonna give you a little hip. But you're not just giving hip. It's one of those dolls where the dress is really meant for a different doll and you are just so hell-bent on putting it on her. So you've ripped that bitch a little bit. It's torn up. So you had to do some extra with it. And now you pretending like it was supposed to be. I think that her silhouette is everything. Let's be very clear. Her legs are giving. RuPaul, your legs are giving. Your legs are giving. Her face, her mug, this hair, it is one. It's one. Done. Your face, done. Legs, done. After that, I can't rock with you. I'm here for the accessories. I just do not like this dress. I can't give it. I can't give it to you. Your silhouette, thank you. Right there, arts and goodies. The silhouette is everything. I just hate that this is giving me t-shirt. T-shirt and no panties on. Boom, boom. T-shirt and no panties, got no t-shirt. My name is RuPaul, that is Charles. I ain't got no panties on. It's just a t-shirt. It's just a t-shirt, a silver one at that. Listen, if you love the dress, I'm happy for you, and I don't mean that facetiously. We all have different tastes. I just like it when RuPaul gives me a little bit of a longer gown. I needed this to be a little bit longer, just a little bit stronger than yesterday. There's nothing in her way. Her loneliness, like, just is not killing her anymore because I need to be longer. Oh, there it is. There's the joke. Longer than yesterday. I think I'm funny. Whatever. Anywho. Oh, listen. If you don't make yourself laugh, I don't know what to do. Let's move on to RuPaul. I think she does look lovely. Personally, I think she looks lovely. I just wanted to be a different dress. This is my favorite Michelle. I love Michelle when we get a swoop, and I love Michelle in purple. I love it. 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 Love it. I love it. Have we ever seen RuPaul in Geesh with a pant? That's one of my ways of saying drag that I got from my days of going out. Please forgive me. Is to get fully dolled up, honey. Yeesh. Have we ever seen her in a pant? Not a bodysuit, not a cat suit, but like a pant, like a separate pant in drag. Have we? Zaldi, listen, Zaldi. Hi. I'd like to see it with Ru, personally. I want to see it. I think it would be kind of everything, especially with those legs. You know, RuPaul can pull off a nasty pant. I don't even get it. We'll see. She knows several people that can make a good pair, so I don't know why we playing with that market. But Michelle looks good, and I like it. Did they change the filter on Ross, or did someone paint him his color today? Because he looks a lot better this week in the face department, while downstairs he looks like a magician from the 90s or possibly a guest host for the Arsenio Hall show. Mm-hmm. I said, look at Ross Matthews doing the Arsenio show for him. Go ahead, Ross. Ross looks like he could be a guest star on Martin. Ross looks like he could be a guest. Oh, let me shut up. Ross looks like he's there for the cover for Sinbad for a comedy show. Ross looks like he's a guest star in a different world. He's not supposed to be on this campus. Oh, do I have any more? Let me think. Walter Mercado, eat your heart out. No, I'm done. I'm done. I'm sorry. I'm done. I'm done. He looks like he does really bad magic. Like, no shade. This doesn't he give Sinbad? Like, for those of you who know the 90s comedian, oh my goodness. What was that movie called where he was like the president's bodyguard, the president's son bodyguard? Like Sinbad did movies where he was always the nanny. Oh, let's not do that. Hey, Ross, it's nice to see you not be painted a raven color. It's lovely. It's love. First kid. Thank you, kid. That's the one. The only reason I did not block out the bumpers on this picture is because I actually watched the challenge. So I would be a hypocrite if I blocked it out. That other show can rot and they can get mad and they can talk about it with TMZ and write their little think pieces with their notes on their Apple iPhones and then post it for our consumption on Twitter to get a here girl. But I don't give one fuck. No one asked for it. We didn't want it. The girls have dragged you. It's not getting a season 2. To those of you who are involved with the gays of Hollywood and you didn't realize that was going to be, I'm sorry that happened. I'm sorry you're getting hate for the show, but look at who was on the cast with you. You should know what was coming down. Anywho, I'm here for the challenge though. even though Anissa needs to retire and just do podcasts. I love her, but she comes out of shape every season. Megan Salter, I don't know who you are, but you were kind of funny and I like your energy. I got TikTok. I was thinking that myself. I don't know who this baby is, but she was funny. I was like, oh, she's a cute. She's a cute. She's a cute girl. She's cute. I like her. But I need to figure out who she is. This Megan girl's funny on the HBO show Hacks. Okay, listen, as much as I'm a Johnny Sibilli fan, and that's my boy, hey Johnny, I haven't watched Hacks yet because I want to binge it and not feel like I'm obsessed with the show, if that makes any sense. Because there are several HBO Max shows that I watch now that I don't include in my reactions. And Hacks is one of them where I'm trying to get into it. So, should I watch the show? Should I start tonight, y'all? Should I start tonight? I heard it was a really good show and I want to watch it, but I've been on that kick of like, let me wait a couple of seasons before I get into it because I don't want to like start it and be disappointed. Because I started Ted Lasso like last year and I was like, oh my god, this show is fucking amazing. Wow. And it's the only reason I have my Apple account plus the Maya Rudolph show. And now this one. Okay, so it's good. Yeah, Johnny Sibilli's on Hacks. He's in a relationship with one of the guys on there. The fine one. Okay, all right. Sorry, let me. I'm single. Sorry. He's a horn dog. She was funny. All right, let's talk about the groups. We're going to start with the old B words first. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Do me a favor, hit that like button, share, and subscribe. Become part of this Rant Pack family. I appreciate every single one of you for being here. Stephanie, my sister from Romania. I love you. I love you down. Thank you once again for this most generous tip that you have given me on my Cash App. I appreciate you so much, my baby, and thank you for always tuning in. All my love out to Romania. All my love out to any Rant Pack member. Even if you're not subscribed to me and you're watching and you're just a faithful watcher, if you're across the pond in any country, continent, city, state, wherever you're at, town, Providence, wherever you're at, I send you nothing but love, nothing but wealth and health, okay? Okay, whatever time it is, I appreciate anybody watching my channel and showing me some love. When you hate me, you pay me too, just so you know. This was the best group for me. They were the best group. Overall, best group. I will argue with somebody over that. They were the best group. Now, Marcia is painted only 10 years older than how she is. And I can make that same situation for Lux. I think that I think that Mistress and Selena were a little bit more on the money for me in terms of the paintable department. But let's talk about performance-wise to really get into it today. Monica, every time I see your name, sister, every time I want to do it. What is the rule on when they give the girls wardrobe? Is it just for the girl group challenge? I wish they did it all for them so we are subjected to fewer pairs of ill-matching thigh-high boots. I was confused with the outfits myself. I was thinking there is no way that they had these already ready to go. I mean, I was thinking to myself, there's no way that they sewed these that night. I would like more tea on that. Mistress, you follow me now. Can you tell me? I won't tell anyone unless it's okay to tell. I do want to get more information on how this happened because I was kind of spooked like, wow, they're very much in sync and every outfit matches and that makes this even better because they look like they're about to work at like a McDowell's or something. No, not a McDowell's. That's a lie. That's a lie. Not McDowell's. They would have on a completely different outfit, but I'm here for it. Okay, so let's talk about this group and thank you, Monica, for the question. But I myself am very confused with that because sometimes I know that they are given a prompt of what they could be doing and they have outfits ready, but I just don't see someone bringing four of these things and being like, I just knew we were going to do country. So maybe somebody a part of the background crew was responsible in helping them get cohesive looks together. That seems to be the most reasonable take for me to think of here is that somebody, one of the helpers in the back was able to help make these looks for them all. So it would just make a lot more sense since everybody just wouldn't have all that together. Anywho, the best one out of the group for me was Mistress Isabel Brooks. Mistress was funny. The lyrics were clear. Presentation was key. Performance was well done. The titty bop, the full bit with the walker. I was sold on the fantasy of old lady performing a country song. Period. I thought Lux sounded the best out of her group. Lux, you got a voice on you. Even for this country number, I can hear you in the exchange of vocal registrations. Bitch, you are going to vote for lots of people this election. I'm telling you. I was impressed. I was like, oh, wow. Oh, wow. Now, her mug didn't give me old lady. It possibly gave me corner store. I need a Lucy. Fuck you for not giving me a dollar tease. I'm going to spit on you when you walk out here and run later with my flip-flops. That, for the girls that know, you know what I'm talking about, late night corner stores. But I didn't get old lady from her necessarily. I got the performance, so I thought she gave. Selena S. Titties. They played you high key. I thought Selena's was very well emoted and acted. Vocally, she's okay. But personally, for those of you laughing at that last joke, you know exactly who I'm talking about. But Selena, I thought Selena did a really good job here, and I was entertained by it. And for me, I'm like, okay, I know we had a moment to drag her last week and all that jazz. This would have been the week to give her a little bit of a coot. She should have got some coots, in my opinion. I thought she did very well. She did very well. So Marcia, let's give credit where it's due. She choreographed this whole routine, and it's the only one out of all of them that actually seemed to be more cohesive and make a lot of sense for the genre of what they're doing. Now, I don't know if her version of Old Woman is Diane Keaton. I don't know what version of this is Old Woman. Is she in her 40s? Like, I don't know what's happening here. Baby, like, no shade to it. She, I was like, maybe she just had a nice doctor. Maybe she has a good doctor. Maybe she has a good doctor. I hate to say it, but yes, you do need a little bit more makeup here because it kind of gave, you know. That was it for me when it came to it. I just was like, she's in her 40s. I don't know about old, but she's in her 40s. You know, I thought that Marcia had good lyrics. I enjoyed her lyrics. Her performance was decent, but I'm gonna also calculate in the fact that Marcia had to choreograph everybody else's routines and get them together too, and also put this as a group. So she did very well if we're gonna judge that. I think she still did well overall. Overall, as a group, they were certainly the best. More highs than lows for me. And guess what? You losing a hat draw. I mean, let me just keep it 100. If they got hip hop, they would have done well. If they had gotten rock, they would have done well. If they had gotten country, which they did, they would have been fine. And I'm going to stand by that. I'm going to stand by that. Not Marcia giving Amy Poehler. Don't do Amy like that. Yeah, I think they would have done well either way, no matter what it was going to be, no matter how it was. Oh, you know what Marcia's giving? Oh my God. I now know what it is. Because she still looks young, right? Olsen twins. That's what it is. The Olsen twins, you know, because they're not old. They just have done things or seen things. I don't know. It feels like the Olsen twins opened up the crypt, you know, from the Temple of the Ark or something like that. Very much a holy artifact. And all of a sudden they were, you know, greeted with God's light and now their face is turning. You know what I mean? Like they need Cetaphil or something. I don't know. Just lots of moisturizer. I have never seen two ladies end up looking like bags in my life. But let's get to the rock and roll. Let's get to the heavy metal group here. Sasha Colby, I said mistress, but you as well. Sasha, this was unexpected. This was very well done. It was really funny, and your lyrics were good. That sneeze, did I just pee? Like that full moment that was it. That was it for me. I am very shocked she did not like as much as I really wanted Mistress to win because it's like, let's even this out a bit. She did really, really good too. It'd be a great time to put her in the top and give her a win. Therefore, we've really got a board going. I'm happy with Aura. Well, I don't agree, but I'm happy Aura won. But to me, if we're going to do second wins now for the people who already had wins, her, now, this one. Runway included, her, this one. Not even as me as a fan, just as somebody watching the show. I was like, so she didn't win? That was me. So she didn't win? Oh, okay. I guess many more to come. We'll see. I thought it was funny. Now, Aura Mayari. Okay. Better than things we've seen before. I was sold on the screaming aspect of it all. I thought this face did give me, AARP teas. We've got the discount. We can go to the salad bar, 15%. I didn't think this was the best though, but I think she did good. I think she did her job, and I think it was done well. I am not going to say best. I don't think the best though. I thought she did her job. I thought it was done. Okay, cool. Like I was like, oh, okay. Didn't get the best from this though, but I still think it was a safe routine. It's a safe routine. It was safe. I didn't get that. I was really confused, but I'm glad Aura was given her dues, but no, she didn't eat anything. It was a nice performance. And I want y'all to hear nice and good and also receive it as a compliment versus it being a negative. Maybe we're missing a little bit of that sometimes when people make critiques like this, but that is just my opinion on the thing. I thought she did very good. I did not see her as a winner. Who is next? Girl, Spice, you better be thankful you are not in the bottom this week. I can already see someone being mad at me for saying that, but you're going to hear me loud and clear. You better be thankful you are not in the bottom this week. Because, bitch, when I tell you, you were checking every box. I didn't know if I was watching James Charles after, several years of development history with that face finally falling into its actual crevices. I didn't know if she was auditioning for Cats the Musical, Rum Tum Tugga looking ass. I didn't know what was happening here. I didn't get Old Lady. I didn't get Old Lady. You could have told me that was Chad Michaels. What is this young man doing up here? Look at here. People. Tell me she's not about to sing a whole show tune. You can't tell. That is Cats. Do you see where I'm not making this up? Like, she got lucky. It was the performance for me. I just didn't understand what it had to do with metal. What did it have to do with metal? What did it have to do with metal? I don't think it had anything to do with metal. It's like she's doing the funky chicken. Every time. I like her a lot. I just didn't see it for her this episode. That's all. Like, what is this? Who is doing that? Like, you are doing that, but it felt like it was too her and not enough of the assignment for me. But hey, she looks like Roseanne's sisters. She looks like Jackie. Bitch. Not that she looks like Jackie from Roseanne. Disclaimer, this program is for entertainment purposes only and content is not intended to malign any religion, race, company, individual, lace fronts, hairlines, or wigs. All opinions expressed by MattyRants and program participants are solely their personal views and do not reflect the opinions of every human being on the planet. No hate should be sent to any of the shows or individuals mentioned on this program, so please don't be a jerk. And if you feel uncomfortable after viewing this, by all means, consume some Mativia on dragqueenmerch.com. For those of you who watched Roseanne before all that nonsense, there's this episode when Jackie had to call the family because they I think it was their dad. Yeah, their dad died. And she's calling her aunt. And she's like, Roseanne, I would have to do this. You know how I am. And Roseanne was like, she was like, well, Jackie, I can't do it. I'm a complete wreck right now. So she's on the phone. She's like, Aunt Kathy. She's like, yes, Aunt Kathy. Hi. Yes, it's Jackie. Yes, it's Jackie. I have to tell you something. Dad's dead. No. No, he's dead. I said he is dead. Dad is gone. Dad's dead. No, he's fine. He's fine. We're fine. It's all fine. That is one of the funniest episodes of Roseanne ever. She's like, I can't do it again. Don't ask me. One of the funniest episodes. Oh my goodness. Sorry. Look at Spice making me think about this. Someone said Jamie Lee Curtis. When? What era in her career is that Jamie Lee Curtis? Is this Activia Jamie Lee? Is that what y'all are saying? This is Activia Jamie Lee Curtis, like when she finally got on the green couch for the first time and she was giving us all kinds of express blouse. Very, very executive cut. Okay, let's move on here. Spice, it wasn't my favorite performance. I didn't think it had really anything to do with the old lady bit of it all, but I'm happy that you're safe and you have to live another day. But I was definitely confused. Now, Malaysia, baby dolls. Malaysia, if somebody wanted to be mean, I'm going to tell you what they're going to do. Not even mean. This would actually be fucking funny. Take out all of the background for Malaysia right now and just drop her and someone just green screen the Wiz. I don't need to finish any of the rest of it. I put this on God. I was like, I swear, if they were doing the Wiz right now, boom. I was like, boom. But I'll be real with you. I thought she did a pretty good job because she actually was acting like the assignment called for her for, which was, an older woman. And of course, this is her own kind of way of doing it, right? But to me, that's what I wanted Spice to do instead of hop around and he. It was like, okay, sister, you're supposed to be, possibly in a retirement community, possibly, living with your son now, I don't want to say hospice, but like, to me, I was expecting a couple of people when they started to perform to give the assignment a little bit more versus focus on, I'm going to dress like this and I'm just going to just do what I want to do. So I thought Malaysia gave more to the assignment in terms of that than say someone like Spice, in my opinion. But every time I kept looking at her, I was like, she needs to be in a different song right now. This heavy metal, I know she wanted this, but we needed this to have a jazzy number in the back for Malaysia. So I wasn't mad at her performance. I thought it was pretty good. Look at this. I also, listen, Malaysia, now when we saw you painting at the beginning of this episode with Mistress, I don't know if it came off because of the performing and it whooshed down with the water of the sweat, but you cannot tell me that I would not have seen her holding a bicycle in Holiday Heart trying to get that baby's attention. I thought about you. I thought this is more casket sharp than old for me, and not even casket sharp, but like we can't afford the box. No shade. No shade. She still did better than God. That blew my mind. I was like, so did she not want to be an old lady? I thought she did the assignment. I thought she gave as much as she given this reference to this. It just was this close up. I was like, girl, them lines went down. What happened, sister? I think it may have been a little sweat. It's okay. It happens. It's a hot show. They're performing. It's a lot of work goes back and forth with that. She's fine. She's fine. I just was like, oh, it must have came down here. What you have to do? What happened? But I can see her rolling up with that little bicycle. Holiday, why are you gonna do me like that? I got dressed up. I'm here. What'd she say? Here, she was like, here. I got you this card. Oh, Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. I still think she did a really good job here. So let's keep on rolling. I think the metal group did well. It was a little chaos for the choreography part of the routine. You know what I'm saying? It was a little chaotic there. But I expected that from this group when it came to heavy metal, so I wasn't really thrown off by that situation. It wasn't like, oh, but it did give a little bit of chaos. Just a little bit. Just a tad bit. The hip hop group. Lord Daniel. Sorry, this is a guy I follow on Twitter from Australia with his fine ass. Excuse me. You just be taking the right angle photos. I'm like, oh, must heart. Okay, now listen. This, I have so, I'm trying to, I want to, where is it? Where is it, y'all? Where is it? Disclaimer, this program is for entertainment purposes only and content is not intended to malign Robin, Jax, Lucy, or Nitra, religion, race, company, individuals, or wigs. All opinions expressed by Matty Rants, the program participants are so the personal views in their opinion. You know the rest of it. You know the rest of it. Listen, Linda. Listen, Linda. Someone said Glozell. Stop it. Stop it. This wasn't good. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why, from my opinion, why this wasn't good. Okay. There were good ideas and nothing followed through with it. And I'm going to tell you why. They weren't doing OLG. They weren't doing OLG. They dressed the part. They had their faces done. All of that is there. After that, that is the end of the old lady bit. There are only moments of them in the background giving you any indication of what the challenge is supposed to be outside of what they're dressed like. And damn near every single one of them forgot their own lyrics. Almost all of them. I had to watch this several times. Like I watched this episode at least 5 times within the last, damn, I watched this beginning last night at 11:30. It is now 5:58 p.m. I've watched this episode about 4 or 5 times now. Yeah, Lucy, I'm not gonna get on Lucy. Now, let me clarify this. Lucy is going to be just fine today with me. I'm gonna give Lucy her dues. I'm gonna talk about the rest of them. Let me clarify that. My apologies. My apologies, Lucy. I'm sorry. You were fine. It's the rest of everybody else that I was like, I don't know what the fuck is happening here. Anitra, I knew RuPaul was over it the moment you hit the split. Ooh, I knew she was over it the moment you hit the split. Nobody else did that in any of the other groups. And it's not that, oh, country they can't and metal they can't. No, they could have done it. There are older women who can still do the splits. Hell, Jennifer Lewis, who I'm not going to call old, but mama is in her, I think, 60s, can give you a nasty high kick. But right now, for the challenge and what Ru was expecting, she wanted you to put a character on and really get into it through your lyrics. So maybe pretend to do a split and then be like, oh my God, no, you know what I mean? Like, or try to do it and be like, that could have been the moment. And I think that's where they messed up for this. Technically, though, her split was so nasty. I was so happy when her puss hit the ground. I was like, yes, mama. This part here was really good. That the breath bit I thought was good for Anitra. I liked Anitra's lyrics. I liked how she was dressed. It was when we got too physical in the way it was done, the presentation, it just was not OLG for me. Old Lady Gang, for those who like, what is OLG? Old Lady Gang, that's a candy reference. But it just didn't give me what I needed and what I really, really wanted. Now, Jax. Okay. Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I would more so blame your runway for your bottom placement than your performance. But what happened was, just like Anitra, who didn't know half her words, it happened to you a couple of times too. And I don't know if that's the edit that we received, but I don't think Jax was as bad in this performance as others. I think there were moments when she forgot what was happening here and she was focusing on everything else that was taking place. But then she started doing a lot too. And it was just like, I don't know what's going on anymore. So I think the runway was her doomfall, if I'm just going to call it, if anything. Definitely was her doomfall. I thought this, though, with the wheelchair bit, I thought this was good. I was like, okay. But to me, she gave me young lady in her grandmother's clothes who had to go to a house party specifically to be dressed as an older character, but they're going to be cutting up and kikiing at the same time. You know, it was, I didn't think it was bad, though. I thought Jax did, I was like, okay, it's okay. It just, Anitra just wasn't lip syncing. Jax was okay. And it's like, this is a lot going on right now. And they're, doing the hip hop shit. Lucy LaDuca, though. Okay, Lucy, I know that the talent show singing didn't really, it wasn't the best. You recorded this in a voice character, in a character voice. You recorded this in a character voice. One more time, people. She recorded this in a character voice. And it was in key. It was in sync and it was funny and good. What's that one game that they always show those ads for where the grandmother did something and she's like getting away in the getaway car and all that kind of stuff? Doesn't she give you that right now? Like possibly she's a supervillain in her own mind. I don't know. I'm just playing. But no, to me, Lucy was the one that anchored this group and was the most entertaining. And I liked what she did until we get to one part. I was like, y'all got that little lady up there doing nothing. Merge Mansion. Okay, there we go. The garden game. That's the one. She's giving me that tease. I was entertained by her. I was like, okay. It was good. Robin, actually, this group in general, what was the thinking behind this last part here when you had Robin get up here and throw everything and the kitchen sink at a very low volume for that matter? This was a lot. And this is why RuPaul wasn't feeling this shit. Because she wanted y'all to give character tease. Honey, y'all were like, this is the talent show 2.0 in old drag. Huh? Someone said, Molly Shannon, do you want me to do it? Hold on, Lou. You want me to do it, Lou? Let me do it. Let me do it, y'all. Kick, stretch, and kick. I'm 50. 50 years old, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to my SNL people. I like to kick, stretch, and kick. I'm 50 years old. No, it's okay. It's not like Superstar was the superstar. And she would just do it with the jazz hands and then come back into the holes. That's that. I'm a big Molly Shannon fan, by the way, in case you all didn't know this. I'm a huge Molly Shannon fan. But that was an SNL skit. What was her name again? Where she was always coming into those. It was like Barb or something like that. Or Sally O'Malley. There we go. It was Sally O'Malley. She'd come in with her pants all tucked up. Listen. Oh, you girls want to do something? Okay, that's right. She'd have her pants like all the way up here. Like, okay. Oh, that's what you want to do? Okay, so back to Robin. So here's what happened with Roberta. This is what happened with Roberta Fierce, okay? Robin got up there. They told her, maybe you've been playing it safe. I don't know, maybe because she was high last week and it was like, okay, I'm going to show these judges that I am not the quiet girl. Every stunt that was thrown was on hush. Shh. The split was lovely, but I'm telling you, even with her throwing up the ass back, I was like, okay, Robin, you better show us up, baby. Okay, let me find out Amethyst was wearing you out in the back. Let me find out Amethyst was breaking your back, sister. I heard you like rocks. I'm playing. It didn't work for this. And so it made it kind of weird because it's like, damn, she's dancing really well. However, is this what we're looking for? RuPaul was over it. Then we had this scene where they're on their knees like this, and you got Lucy LaDuca throwing back pancake batter. You know, I was like, what the fuck is this? What? Michelle kept looking over at Rue like, what are we doing here today? And then when they do this, go Robin. It's interesting how they chose Robin to be the one. And not to say Robin's not a good dancer, but Jax is right there. And I think this is, again, wanting to give Robin some time as the group. They wanted to give her a little moment to shine and whatever. It just didn't translate well. Even though I was entertained and I was like, okay, work. Like, bitch, once I saw that kick go like this, I said, oh, she about to do either a death drop because it ain't a dip for them, or she gonna dip. Like, instead of doing the death, or it's not what it is, instead of doing the dip or whatever she was trying to do, why not just fall and add that in the lyrics? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because you're older and you can't walk. I was so confused with the decision making with this team. Like, I think that you all had ideas and they were, okay, good ones, but not for this. Not this challenge. There definitely needed to be was there a walkthrough? Ooh, that's a good question. I wonder if there was a walkthrough with RuPaul and we didn't see that in the edit. What if there were questions about what we're going to do in the group and RuPaul gave them different decisions? What if Ru was the one that told them to change this up? I'm not saying that's what happened, but I'm saying with a 42 fucking minute episode over 18 hours of filming, I don't know if we got the full story here. So I would like a little bit more information. She was upset. The eyes are great, Ru. But Ru was like just trying to, oh, this is terrible. Oh, y'all, I don't know about you as we're coming close to the close of this review before we get to the runway, but I am feeling like pizza tonight, and I'm going to go to this mom and pop shop I've discovered down the street and get me a big old pizza and a Caesar salad tonight and find a movie to watch. Towards the end of the video, I need some suggestions. Help me find a movie tonight. I need to find something to watch. I was going to go see Missing, but I'm going to wait until Monday to go see it on discount day. Believe it or not, Kala, I got picked. I was able to still get Runway. It was very difficult. For those of you who have this recorded, I don't know if you've noticed. Please tell me you've noticed. Bitch, that runway was the smallest blip of my recording ever. It is literally, I think, less than a minute. I think the runway was less than a minute. I had the toughest time getting those pictures, bitch. I was hitting that sucker like this. Go back. It was so hard to take the photos because they were not catching them at the best light for some of the stills that they were using for the runway. And I had to find the best ones I could possibly find. So to all the queens a part of this show, whatever photos you see up here, they're not meant to shade you. I was trying so hard to give you something because I was like, damn. Like, there were a few. I'm going to say the one who got played the most this runway was Spice. Oh, they played her so bad. Oh, they played her so bad. Girl, did you see how they did Spice's runway? Spice, headshot, walks up, poses, spin, done. I was like, oh shit, they gave you 3 seconds. That's terrible. Like, I felt bad for her. I mean, her outfit was very much streetwalker tees, which is nothing wrong. She was definitely good paid that day. But I felt so bad for that little girl. I was like, wow. Spice actually had a good runway. It was cute. I don't know about the greatest of all time, but her outfit was very cute and cohesive. I love she had a purse with it. We'll talk about it. Whew, there were people who definitely deserve more time with the runway, but we'll get to it in a second. So, the girl groups. I think we can all agree that the country group did the best. Hip hop needed some work, while heavy metal had its moments. Category is tie-dye to die for. I am category today. Thank you. And just to show you how much on category I am, my Crocs are tie-dye. Wow. Yeah, I'm one of those people. So I don't want to hear no Matty. I was on theme this week for my review. I don't know about the rest of you gats, but count. First up is I'm just playing. Listen, do y'all want to look at the runway together? Okay, 3, 2, 1. All right, that's the runway. Okay, first up is Anitra. What do we think about what Anitra is wearing, everybody? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Anitra. One thing I want to say is baby girl can walk. Okay. Strut the fuck down. And I live and breathe for it. I love it. I love it. Love it so much. This isn't my favorite thing that she has worn. And I think the reason why is because it is so subtle for tie-dye. I love her face. I love the hair. I think the pieces of it are really, really great. Like, I do love that it gives this whole shirt tied on the side bit, covering yourself, while you give a little light. I see that, but I wanted just a tad more to go with this. I feel like it needed more fabric and that this illusion wasn't there. But I feel like maybe if I saw this in person, it would give me what I need. But yeah, to me, it just didn't give enough tie-dye for me to feel like, oh, this is amazing. I thought it was okay. I was like, nah, I'm okay. But she's pretty. It needed more fabric. Disclaimer, this program is for entertainment purposes only, and content is not intended to malign any religion, race, company, Oompa Loompas, individuals, or wigs. Oompa Loompa Doopa Dee Doo. Jax is awesome, but this outfit is poo. What is going on? What is happening? Why? It's the shorts, it's the top, I'm covered in a orange bodysuit. Why? Jax, you didn't need to do all this. I don't understand. What was the concept? Why the bodysuit with these pieces? So it's jean shorts and you have a crop top that's tie-dye with this hair, and then you have this little legging on the side that goes with the short. And so I don't get it. I don't get it. It's a chop. I don't get it. I love her. It's a chop. I'm trying so hard to find something really good about this. That bodysuit, if I swear to take that off immediately. That is, I hate it with it so much. I want to see it without it. I just want to see the outfit without it. Chop. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Doopa dee don't. Terrible. I'm okay with her mug. The mug is fine. The hair doesn't feel like this hair doesn't feel like it goes with this outfit. Yep. I think the hair is lovely, but it goes with a different outfit for me. Yeah, that's what it is. That wig belongs on a cuter outfit. Y'all saying this is Nickelodeon? I mean, low key, this is definitely 90s Nickelodeon, especially with the gack and slime. This is giving us very much what was that show called? Oh, it was like late 80s, early 90s. It was like a question, and it would be a show where people would go on there and get slimed and stuff. What was that called again? Oh, Matt, look at me. My brain is giving away. I'm starting to forget things. Oh, that's going to kill me. What would you do? Thank you. Oh, thank you, James. James said it first, but for everyone that's saying it, thank you. What would you do? It's giving that for me. Or possibly Jax is going to be like the spokesperson for all the Nickelodeon interludes. Like, you know how for Nick Jr., there's like big smiling face. Oh, Figure It Out was a good show too. Oh my God. Figure It Out was a good show. What Would You Do was a good show. Oh man. You can't do that on television. Elizabeth. Y'all are bringing me back. Oh my goodness. Guts. Do you have it? Guts. Overall, it's a chop, but I will say thank you, Jax, for making me go down a Nickelodeon, reminiscent road to reminisce over Nickelodeon with my audience members. I appreciate you, baby, because wow. All right, Lucy LaDuca is next. Lucy LaDuca looks like she's about to go to someone's pound, adopt every one of those animals, and honey, I can't wait for her winter collection. I'm kidding. Lucy's super fucking pretty. The makeup is everything. The dress is okay. It's okay. It's okay. You know, it's nice. It's nice. It's all right. It's okay. I was more focused on her eye makeup and the top part of this outfit versus the dress itself, because the dress after what underneath it all, oh, Gwen Stefani. The dress is okay for me. The heels are everything. The motherfuckers is high. She's wearing a good nasty stiletto. Makeup is done. I like the hair. I like the top part of it. I just don't like the dress that is with it. The dress seems really regular for me. That part. See, I don't like, see, look at that. Amanda, we're on the opposite side of this one. I like the shawl part. I don't like the mini dress, but look at you. You like the mini dress, not the shawl part. See, it happens. That's how we go with these comments. Everyone has a take. Every opinion is valid, unless it's very destructive and not constructive. We don't do those here. First of all, chop block. Y'all, I hadn't even seen the episode yet. I was driving home from my friend's house, and I literally pulled up to my apartment, and I see the chop block tagged me in something. I didn't include it in this because that's a part of their content. I don't want to do that. But let me show you. Girl, Ange, I have your phone number, Ange. I almost called you. Do you look at what they did? They said we sisters. Robin's beat. So yeah. Yeah. So yeah. Only compare me to the pretty ones. No, listen. I think she's pretty. It's a nice look. I think that is the problem with where this is at. It's actually really pretty. She's gorgeous. I kind of wanted something different for her though with the look itself. Her mug is done. That mug is done. Done. That wig looks really good on her. It looks like it is coming from her scalp. But the dress itself, I'm getting wrinkled up top just a tad bit. I'm just going to do a little extra here. I don't think that it actually also does favors for her silhouette. I think that she has a better it does. Someone said swallow in my comment section. I agree with that one, but I think she's still absolutely gorgeous. I wanted this to be a little bit different for her with the dress department. It feels a little bit big. That's all. Mistress Isabel Brooks. See, now low-key, we getting the tie-dye now. I thought some girls had some cute looks. I was like, okay, this is tie-dye, that's tie-dye. But I wanted to be kind of like almost thrown around into like some sort of spin cycle with tie-dye. And I thought this was everything. Bitch, who said Gengar? First of all, Gengar is in-game Pokemon, so that is nothing but the compliments of all compliments, okay? Everybody loves a ghost Pokemon. But listen, Mistress Isabel Brooks is next. This is Puss. I like that there are different elements going on here. Remember how we had a conversation about doing that fabric attached to the front of the body and then letting it drape? Sometimes it doesn't look good. This one looks like it's placed well because she knows how to present it. Her hair is that hair is everything. That mug, That lip, please tell me y'all were living for that white liner right here to give that effect of it being a glossy lip where the light hits it and it shines. Because I caught that. I was like, oh, look at what she did with her lip. She doesn't do that all the time. She changed something up with her own makeup. Like, I liked it. I liked it a lot. I had no issues. None. Very that lip was nasty. I was like, oh, this is cute. This is not even cute. It's cute. It's a key and it's cute. A cute key. Can you believe she's only 24? I am gagged, but I am gagged. Gagged. And she does not read as older either. It's just something about her reads as wise or in terms of drag, like very well knowledge. You know what I mean? It's a gag. I'm like, 20, really? Oh, you hurting some girls who are in their 40s now, sister. Oof. Ooh. She's the only person we have seen RuPaul ask to get someone else together in the makeup department. I am still shocked that RuPaul, because she loves her some mistress now. I can see it through Ru. But she's like, can you tell Marsha to put on some more makeup like that? And I'm like, oh my God. That's me. Oh my God. I'm glad the way mistress handled that, because you would have thought, oh, Viva Versace. Chevelle has an E, not an A with that sh part, but I know what you meant, baby. Right? Let me double check. Like, I could have sworn it was like, isn't it E? Yeah, it's E. There we go. Chevelle. There we go. Okay. Just wanted you to know that for future, whenever you write her and be like, Chevelle, you're amazing, because she is. Shout out to the House of Brooks. Shout out, Sis Jiggly Caliente is in the House of Brooks. That's Chevelle's daughter. Mistress is Chevelle's daughter. Shout out to Chevelle Brooks. That's Houston legend right there. One of the best queens I've ever seen and best performers I've ever seen. Talented individual and very nice person. So she comes from a very good line of people as far as drag is concerned. I think that's another reason why I'm always defending Mistress too, because I'm aware of her household. I have grown up with the House of Brooks as a part of, a staple in my community of seeing drag shows and performances, this and the other. Again, I'm the person who I've seen the Tommy Rosses perform. I have seen all of that. Like, I get it. So it's just, this was everything for me. I live for it. Now, next up, bitch. Lux, I thought this was puss. I don't care what anybody says. I thought this ate. I thought this ate. I don't care. I thought this was cute. I don't care. This was cute for multiple reasons. It was so hard to get these shots though. Oh man, I was like, please let that little baby stand still for just 1 second. Let me see here. BVD TV. Thank you for the comment, baby. Hi, Matty. Just wanted to say that carrying a YouTube live is harder than it looks. You do a great job at it. Keep up the awesome job. Well, thank you, BVD TV. It is hard. Some people are sitting, down in a chair chopping vegetables up while talking about their exes, and they get a lot of views. Meanwhile, I'm actually doing a show. Welcome back to Canada. All right, I'm not in Canada. Anywho, back to Luxnor, London. I don't want to be a part of Girl World, I promise. This is the pose for me. This is the pose for me, CAC. This is the pose for me, CAC. Production, for the little time that you gave us, thank you. Thank you. Because when I tell you this, I was like, yes, Lux, yes. Give us the puss. Give it. I was over it. They cannot take her confidence. I'm sorry. This bitch is cocky, and I'm kind of here for it. She at least backs up her words. The hair was everything. The hair was tie-dye. Like, it was just a full moment. I thought Lux gave. Gorgeous. Selena Estes. I feel like my panel members are going to drag this. I feel like my panel members are going to drag this. I actually liked it. Oh, I know. Someone's going to throw a rock at me. I liked it. I kind of liked it. Sorry. Why am I apologizing for it? I liked it. I liked it. I did. I think because once she gave the Ariel's other sister tease, I was like, okay. Then on top of it, I wasn't expecting this sort of fabric. It gives velvet a little bit. I'm not sure if that's really the fabric case, but it kind of adds something with the tie-dye that made it interesting. Her mug. The mug is it. The mug is it. The mug. Ooh, Selena. I wish the hair was a little bit bigger, even though I do like the effect that you're giving with this wet look. I just wish the hair was just a tad bit bigger. The mug is it. The girls can't. They will. If y'all ever say that this lady's face ain't the right one, we will have an argument because that mug is beat. But yeah, I thought this was pretty good. It's an interesting look for me. I like the fact the conch shell's done this way. I liked it. I liked it. I did. I enjoyed this. I did. She looks like a piece of salmon with the scales. It's sushi. But we're not going to say, all right, so let's continue here. Marsha is next. Category is tie-dye to die for. I think I need to repeat myself. Marsha is next. And the category is tie-dye on the runway. Okay. Ooh, I actually am going to read what Marsha wrote on Twitter in reference to this, because I do feel like we need to give context in those situations, especially when queens explain those moments. If I've ever missed anything like that, I will try to do better at being that person to include that kind of commentary, because I think that during her moment of talking about the look that we should have gotten an explanation as to what the fuck this was. Because I was like, you just came into the work. You literally walked in first day in this outfit in a different color, in a different set in the light up. The same. This time you just added some red tassels to show you're bleeding. But let's talk about the thought process here. Okay, Marsha writes from her Twitter. Why aren't some of these girls verified yet? Okay, my thought process. I could have easily made a pretty 70s hippie look out of tie-dye fabric. You did make a 70s hippie look, though. But I thought to myself, what is the dye? What would stain Marsha's clothes? So I made it the nosebleed from my rhinestone football clutch. Do you believe that? I believe her way of thinking, but I believe that's dumb. That girl, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's too there's too much going in for that. I think that is kind of brilliant in a way to have that as some sort of, thought in how this works. And I think in someone's college class where that kind of creativity can be, celebrated, yes, that's stupid. I don't want to see that's no, I don't want to be that guy. It's stupid. I think that is dumb. That's dumb. Okay. But really, you know what? Let's take it out. Okay. This is what I'm gonna do. Let's take it out of this is the category for tie-dye. And let me just look at this as an outfit on its own. This is cute. I'm taking it out of the category. It's cute. I didn't miss it with the blood part, y'all. I heard you. I can read. I don't care. It's still trash. Boo. I don't like it. But now what? Right? Like, come on. Like, I made my point. It's a good outfit. It's just not. Oh no. Like, you can say we can read. We can talk about. No. Needed to be less of a thought and more of a in your face moment here. I still think it's cute. I think it's a good look. I would like to see her perform in this low key and give us a full, spoken word moment from the Brady's and have a like, ouch, my nose, all of that. This is, but no. So I can't boot it because it does look good, but I can say it's a boot for the category. You know what? Actually, I have to speak a little bit more on this. It's been kind of the same silhouette for a little while here. And I know people love her and that she deserves that love because Marsha's a great person, right? This has been kind of the same high socks, this heel, this, that. It's been kind of that for like a while now. I would be really excited to see her dressed differently for once. I'm not even, notice how I'm not talking about her makeup. Notice how I'm not talking about her makeup. That's not even my issue anymore. And it's like, good, do your thing. Do your thing with your makeup. It's whatever. Do your thing. Do your thing. Her issue really with the makeup, though, in my opinion, I think that Rue is having a problem with, is the fact that she doesn't have like big ass stacked lashes. That's what I think Rue's issue is. Because looking at everybody else, there is a bat sitting on their face. 2 bats for that matter. She doesn't really give you big lash girl. It's still soft in that department, and I think that would add a little something for her with a big nasty lash if she doesn't want to do like extreme or heavy makeup. But I think if she had bigger lashes, it would add so much more to her look. Maybe a bottom one too, like that bottom one just a little bit more exaggerated, and then this one just a little bit up. Yeah. But to me, while I get where you went with tie-dye, I think that should have been more of a, on the nose look like Sasha here, Sasha Colby. See, we kind of want it on the nose because this is what on the nose can look like. Okay? Just saying. If we like, you can make on the nose amazing. Bitch, her makeup is so fucking nasty. And I mean that in the best possible way. I mean that as the most positive. Her makeup is disgusting. Look at this makeup. Look at it. It's she kept all the dark colors from the rainbow tie-dye underneath the eye. She kept her reds and her yellows up here. Girl, giving it that pink flare with a little bit of that fuchsia tip. Girl, the eyebrows are nasty. The lip, I was just really invested into the face for this. And also the heel. If y'all saw the heel, it is a clear pump pleaser moment. And there is paint dripping from the heel to give the same effect from the hat of the paint dripping. Stud. This is one of those looks that if it was done with like a muted color or something, it may not be given as much entertainment, but for the category, for the fit, for the presentation, for the look itself, it is Sasha Colby. Puss. For me, it's been Sasha, it's been Lux, and it's been Sasha, it's been Lux, and it has been Sasha Lux, and Mistress for me. Those 3. Y'all give me a second here. I'm hearing some nonsense outside. I want to make sure if it's these stray cats going crazy or not, or if it's my neighbor doing something stupid that I'm gonna have to call the police on. Give me 1 second here. Child, it sounded like somebody either was losing a fight, a bad orgasm, or they got really bad news. Either way, but no, I didn't see nothing. As long as I don't see nothing, I'm fine. But that was the weirdest noise I've ever heard. I was like, "What the fuck?" Yeah, everything's fine. We're good here. I had to investigate because I'm like, baby, I'm in a live right now. if this recording had picked all that up and the police had got involved, guess who would have to send this video in? Anywho, um, you're like, Maddie lives in a bad neighborhood. I really don't, but your neighbors are never in the neighborhood sometimes. Just saying. Okay. The hat is something a little bit of the hat. It's kind of a little droop the droop, but I also get the paint aesthetic with it. So I was here for it. But I thought that Sasha gave. Sasha gave. Aura Mayari is next. I was reminded of Rihanna's anti-era with this outfit, specifically the outfit. The hair reminded me of several different characters in animes, particularly samurai, normal sword wielders in certain particular anime. So I was like, oh, okay. I think the suit's kind of everything. I like the suit a lot. I did. I like the suit a lot. The hair, I'm okay with the little hair up top. It does seem a little sad. It's not Samurai Jack. This is other anime I used to watch. He's like one of the. He's like a group of fighters or heroes are all together. And there's one particular guy who is like a swordsman. It's gonna come to me later. But her tie dye is giving me like a bleach tie dye tease. You know when they bleach it with a little bleach on some black and then get it all tied up or whatever. I think her face is great, and these glasses have made a return. I think it looked good. I think it looked really good. I think it did. Yeah, maybe Samurai Shampoo. And maybe I'm saying that because remember, for those of you who are on my Instagram live, I went into the smoke shop and the guy had the music from Samurai Champloo playing, and I had to say something. I was like, "Oh my gosh, should we start talking about Samurai Champloo, Cowboy Bebop, and Outlaw Star?" I was like, "Oh, okay." I like it. I did. I liked it. I think it's her. If I were to look at an outfit and go, what does aura give me? I think this is kind of that. If that makes any sense to y'all. Like out of everything that she's worn so far, this is the thing that has given me the most energy. Oh, baby, if you don't like her outfit, that's Vicky. Vicky, that's fine. Because I know you said a comment. I wasn't going to highlight it because it's kind of rude. But you said, is this drag? This is her drag. So, yeah, it's drag. And there are a lot of different drags. I'm not calling you out on that. I'm just saying that I'm not going to question someone's drag, okay? Especially, where I'm at in my drag level and stage. But it's more so about what we like and what we find pleasing to the eye. You don't find this pleasing. Some people don't find this pleasing. And I get that. And I respect it. I just think for me, this is one of her looks that I can go, okay, this is her. I will say I'm tired of this black. She's throwing a little color in there, but like, you know what I mean? But this is her gig. It's her gig. It's not my favorite look, but I'm like, okay. Hey, if she likes it, I love it for her. I tip it. But this gives me her energy massively. Spice is up next. Bitch, they played the fuck out of you. This outfit is adorable. It is just that. For me, this is not a big deal at all. I think her hair is everything. And I think her mug is everything. Her mug and hair is everything. But this outfit is it's literally almost the same thing she wore last week that she made. With a purse. Oh my God. This is it does. This reminds me of the exact same outfit she made from last week's episode. And this is just one that's already made for her. No shade. It's cute though. Like it's cute. Like I think it's cute. But this is definitely we've continued to see, just like Marsha, for me, in my opinion, the same thing over and over again in different colors. That's all. I think it's cute. It's just it's too. We've already done this. We've already had this. We've already had this moment with you. Is this going to be the entire season? It's still cute. It's still a good look. We're not going to call it bad. We're not going to call it ugly. It's not ugly. I know a lot of people who would want to wear this outfit, but you know, they'd wear it to, you know, club culture. Listen, Malaysia, baby doll, baby doll, baby doll. Fox is next. This is the only, the only, the reason why this bumper is up there because low key Maddie watches Jersey Shore Family Vacation in silence. I don't react to it because it wouldn't be worth it, and I'm only keeping up because I've been watching the Jersey Shore since the beginning of time. This is my soft toot of the week. Um, Her mug is so one. You know how I kept saying musicals earlier? Can you tell me what musical you think I think she looks like in this outfit? You should know what musical I'm thinking of. And I hope Blake gets this too. Down. Hairspray down. 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 I said, Malaysia, are you doing a theme this episode? You gave me the whiz. Now I have hairspray. I said, let me find out you a musical theater level. Let me find out. No, Vicky, I know you weren't trying to be rude at all. I know you weren't trying to be rude. I'm the statement that I made when I said it was a rude statement. Not you're rude. I said it was a rude statement, but not even to correct you. It's just I want to clarify that because sometimes we or others take what we say when we're not our intentions are good and they turn it and flip it. So you're fine, Vicky. I love you. I know who you are, sister. I always see you up in here. Hey, Vicky, Vicky. You already know Vicky, Vicky. You already know what's up, Vicky. I love you, sister. But yeah, I just wanted to clarify all that. Back to Malaysia Baby Doll Fox here though. I feel like we're gonna hear a wonderful song being baby. It's gonna be some good music. There's a live band somewhere. The spotlight is on her. Oh, like I kind of like it. This old school new wave sort of dress. I like it. I did. I like this look a lot. I did. I thought it was cute. The pink is kind of heavy in the middle. That, but like I think everything else that if I'm gonna be like something that middle part is like bam. But other than that, no, I'm not mad. Not mad. Look at that face. Go in, girl. I thought it was cute. She was cute. I loved it. I loved it. Is that it for the runway? Are we done? Did I miss anyone like I did last time? Please tell me I didn't miss anyone like I did last time. There are so many people on the show. I hope I didn't miss anybody. I know Amethyst ain't there. Anywho, RuPaul made a funny joke. Well, ow, I forgot how it went. Talk about oh yeah. Get the movers because we got a shaker over here. It made no fucking sense. But it was funny. I'm sorry. I thought it was hilarious. It gave me one of my jokes. We got some movers over here. We need some shakers. It was stupid. But it was so funny. I was like, Rue, I should be on your panel because this is my kind of humor. I will just say something very nonsensical. Okay. So once the runway is done, we're now getting to judging. Our top three and our bottom three. Top three is Mistress Isabel Brooks, Sasha Colby, and Aura Mari. The bottom three is Robin Fierce, Jax, and Anitra. Interesting that all three people from the hip hop group ended up in the bottom three, except for Lucy. And then for the remaining groups, one person from the best group, Country, was in the top. And then two people from the heavy metal group, which had good moments and all that. But when I tell you, I was over here like, what? No tea, but what? Thinking of who was up there, I knew Aura had to be in the top because there is no way Anitra, Jax, or Robin would have been in the top for me based off of that full choreographed routine. I knew Mistress was in the top, duh. Sasha as well, duh. But I was a little confused for Aura only because it's like, you had a few other people we could have done. And I would say for the bottom three, I might have to be honest and say, I don't know why Anitra's there. Her outfit wasn't the best, but I, mm-mm. I would have put Anitra safe. I would have had Aura safe. I would have had Spice take Anitra's position, and I would have had, let's say, Lucy take Aura's. Woo! Oh yeah, I'd have had Lucy take Aura's position, and nothing against Aura. I thought it was weird. I was like, are we sure we're watching the same show? That's okay. Again, I also wasn't there, so whatever I got through that edit, whatever we got through that edit, maybe it was a different case. So but I am happy that Aura did get positive critiques today, and their entire run hasn't been Amethyst, Irene's, or Sugar. You know, all you hear is bad, 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 then you're gone. So I am happy that she got some critiques. I just didn't agree with the position of it. And at the same time, I still am fine with what the judges had said, not to the point where I need to go tell somebody I'm angry about it. Man, none of that nonsense. Okay. The winner of this week's challenge is Aura Mayari. Mm-mm. But I'm happy she won. Oh, homogenic. All right, come for me, baby. Now, Maddie, LOL, I couldn't disagree more this season. What is it with the opinions diverging? I don't understand your statement. You got to explain a little bit better here because I've been talking for 2 hours and that might need a conversation between me and you versus whatever is going on here because I'm not quite sure what you're referring to. Are you talking about the judges or are you talking about me? So I need you to clarify that just a little bit deeper for me, homogenic, because I can I can agree to your disagree, but I don't know what you're talking about. So Aura getting the win, not my opinion. I'd give it to Mistress. I'd give it to Sasha, but I'm happy that she won. Is it weird that I'm still giving compliments when I say things? Is that what it is? I'm very confused by that statement. I'm trying to be fair. And people not think I'm just an asshole like some people do for their content. So I'm not sure what's going on. Yeah. Anywho, moving forward here, the bottom three. Child. I just didn't see Anitra lip syncing this early. So, like, that wasn't going to happen. It wasn't going to happen. I can't see it. So, move that away. Bring this in. It's going to be Jackson Robin. It's interesting because it was very much, this is my friend, da da da. All kinds of disagreements this season specifically. Like, that didn't answer my question, homogenic. I know you want to give this time. I am feeling a bit disrespected right now because I don't know what your intentions are with your statement. If it's to go over us having a disagreeable moment, that's fine. If you're talking about me being like basically not telling or being honest with everyone, that's where I'm going to find me to be a little upset with you right now. Like I'm not being honest for the sake of wanting people to like me. I'm not sure what you're trying to convey in this statement. I am going to finish this review though, and would love to hear more about it. But I'm asking that question because this pointing right now, I don't understand it. You didn't really give me an answer, so I'm gonna focus though on this because I'm not quite sure what you're trying to do right now. No, you did not express it well at all. So that's why I was confused. It wasn't about you. Okay, that's why when you made the statement, I'm like, what are you talking about? That's why I was very confused. I was like, what are we doing here? Like, are you talking about the judges? Or are you talking about me? That's where I was confused because you have to specify. I talked to all of y'all. You know what I mean? So I'm like, you got to specify some stuff. We could agree to disagree, but if it's about me trying to not just drag somebody, then because somebody told me that recently, you don't go as hard as you used to. These people have lives outside the show. I'm gonna say some shade, but I'm not gonna say something to like offend someone on purpose. You know what I mean? Just because I didn't like it. I have to think about these people and their mental health too. So it is what it is. We're good homogenic and anybody else. I need clarification. I need clarification because I'm like, what? Like, who was that for? What did I do? That's me. They had In Your Room by the Bangles. I don't hate. Okay, I don't hate this song. I don't hate this song. It's a cool song. Were y'all confused? Like me though? I was like, did you have your weeks crossed up? Was this meant for another group? Was this meant for another two people? Not these two, for sure. You didn't leave it for him, right? There are a couple of girls who we know would have actually, uh, all right, let's talk about it. You know what I'm gonna say though, and I feel actually a lot bad for Robin Fierce in this moment. Robin, you weren't doing a bad job at all. You actually were doing pretty damn good. I will definitely give you your coots for that. I was impressed with Robin, all T. But Jax was doing another level, and Jax is so crisp with their movements. When Jax does any sort of stunt, everything has placements to where it hits on the beat so good. It's on time. I love how Michelle was saying that she was going too fast, like during the whole choreography moment, which is true. But there was a statement that not Carson, but Ross made about you are the Beyonce, or you're not the chorus girl. It's the truth. When she's not trying to be with everybody else and she's performing on her own, oh honey, she is so nasty. I was entertained. She, for someone who I don't think knew the song from Gap, heard all the moments that needed to be hits, all the moments that needed some physicality to be added to it to give it something. And one thing too, when Jax stands up and that little leg kicks, it's almost like a power up. Like, you know how people like pick up power up stones and stuff like that through video games and shit like that. It felt like every time that little leg went weak, I was like, oh, here it is. Another notch is coming. Robin was smoother. It was this feels like you're mine, like paradise. Doo, doo. Very Sade. Oh, I love. Just very soft and feminine. And I like what Robin was doing, but I think if Robin was going up against somebody else, there have been different results. I think Robin would have been fine for somebody else. Yeah. Angela, and I'm good on that disagreement. I'm giving Robin her coots now. Don't know if you wrote this before. I think that you liked her better, and that's fine. Not like her better, but you know what I mean. You liked her performance better, and I'm okay with that. I think Robin did a really good job. I think personally, though, I want a little bit of the stunt, but not just the stunt because Jax wasn't just doing stunts. Jax was also lip syncing too, which I was more enthralled with. I just think that maybe I don't know. Robin was doing things that she's done before, and so there was nothing added to this element. I mean, we could say the same thing for Jax too, and this is really what it's going to be. But at the same time, I think they were going to send Robin home, and that was their intentions. I feel bad because I was kind of like, well, she's not boring. And then it was the whole fading into the background conversation. She was in the top last week. How is she fading? You just spoke to her last week about this is great, this is great, this is great. This week, you're fading, you're fading. I was really thrown off. Like, huh? Like, you just gave her good what? Fading. This lady threw everything at you. I was so confused. So confused. Oh, back to you, Angela, even though I think your opinion is crap. I'm just kidding. See. Oh, see. No, your opinion is valid. I love you, Angie. No shade, no shade. But yeah, it just I had a tough time with this finale. Listen, now you would have thought Robin was holding something and being carried across the auditorium of people shouting her name. Sasha Fear, Robin Fears. And then she did this cartwheel in this little dress, honey. It looked like somebody at church that wanted to show people she was flexible. You know what I'm saying? She's in her Good Sunday Easter attire. And she said, bitch, them hoes thought they could get me, but I'm going to show them that this is how I kept the pastor. I kept the pastor like this, okay? I can still do trips and kicks and flips and hips. I shouldn't say pastor because then that makes me believe she's giving her Giselle Bryant tease. And Robin is much prettier than Giselle and has better taste. I think I can say that for every single person, everyone in the chat, all of 569 of you here. I think I can say that all of us have better taste than Giselle Bryant. You knew when, listen, I saw this little baby over here screaming with a fucked up wig. I knew Jax was going to win it. Huh? What happened, Ginger Space? What happened? Did I miss a super chat? Someone help me. Oh, Ginger Spice. Just found your channel right now and I'm eating you up. Keeping it constructively critical. We love a supportive queen. Keep shining, superstar. I'm sorry I missed this. I got on a roll. I was talking to my good friend Homogenic and we were having a disagreement. And then Angela and me were having a disagreement. And then I was agreeing with other people. And then Carmelo said something. I was like, yes, bitch. And then like I was looking through and then I see everybody else. I'm sorry. I apologize. My bad. I got into it. My apologies. Thank you for the super chat. Oh, I feel bad. I'm sorry, Poo Poo. I'm sorry. My apologies. I get into it sometimes and I just start talking. Uh, the lip sync is over and we all thank God. But Jax is the winner of the lip sync and Robin left gracefully. I feel bad for Robin. I think, you know what, Robin, we need another moment with you again and with you not playing it safe. Because I know that you gave RuPaul that answer and it almost was like, haha, I found a reason to send you home. But in reality, with playing safe, that's fine. I think you need to take some risk for them to really give you the time that you deserve and that you are definitely deserve. Definitely deserve. But Robin's a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous creature. And I wish them nothing but success and wealth and the best. Wait, Jose, you had a super chat too? Oh my God. Oh my, oh, there it is. The way I had to do this. Bitch, y'all, that is so... Here we go. Thank you, Jose, for the super chat. Oh, I don't like that. My bad. I'm sorry, y'all. That's not me. I'm sorry. I don't like it when I miss super chats. I get caught up. Jax was hitting all those beats perfectly with no unnecessary stunts. Brought the song to life. Thank you, Jose, for the super chat. I agree. I agree. Ginger, I hope you're still here. My apologies. I feel so crap for that. I'm sorry, y'all. I just want to make sure I see everybody. Okay, hold on. Let me go through these comments real quick. Just making sure I catch everyone. Da-da-da-da-da. I want it better for Robin. We all did. Set up. Da-da-da-da-da. Robin will say in All Stars. Do-do-do. Okay, I related to Robin. Okay, work. Okay, work. Okay. Ah. I was like, oh my God, I'm behind. Okay, listen. Good show. Who is this? Good show. Good show. How many queens are left now? It's 11, right? I think once we get to 10, it's going to be like on and popping. Like it's already, it's like the game is on now. But when we get to 10 out of 16, that's when I think it's about to get real deal. Like if we're doing a top 4 situation, it's now you have hit the middle of the road, and now it's like everything can be shown. You're getting to the point when everyone may be on stage. Only 2 people are put in the back. Like it's about, honey. I'm seeing the stakes get higher and higher, and you've noticed with each episode, this like even with Malaysia and Mistress, the shade's getting a little bit thicker, right? So tensions are rising. It's getting tough out here, but we will miss Robin. Now, to talk about Untucked real quick. I know and feel that Lux's intentions were not to tear someone down. Okay? I can see it. I feel it. Period. However, I am happy that Malaysia stood her ground in this moment and very much gave the other side of the coin, because just because you say that that's not where I was coming from, that is not how I received it. Watch how you play with people. I am glad that Lux did at one point, though, like, girl, it wasn't that deep, because to me, I didn't feel it was either. But when it came to the point where it's like, every time you all coming for me, you got something to say, yeah, I'm gonna feel some kind of fucking way. Now, I don't know why Marsha opened her mouth. And I get that it was about her group, but that conversation that Malaysia was happening, well, excuse me, happening, that the conversation Malaysia was having was with Lux. Maybe about the group situation, but it really had to do with Mistress and Lux. It had nothing to do with you. And when someone goes, and didn't I have this conversation on Dragula with Aura, not Aura, but with Astrid when she was, when Coco was talking about almost drowning. And she was like, girl, this conversation is too dark. Can we please move on? But every single time that she was in her sorry, sad fucking self, pay attention, pay attention, pay attention to me. Okay? Okay. So that I don't like that kind of shit. That privilege shit gets on my fucking nerves, because you don't want to hear something. You don't want, no. She want to talk about it, let her talk about it. You don't want to be there, get the fuck up. Now, Marsha received Malaysia's words, though, and I give Marsha credit, because Marsha could have been like, oh my God. And she decided not to be that way. She apologized for making light of the moment that Malaysia was having. And Malaysia continued to be able to speak her point. So as much as the girls want to be like, fuck Marsha, no, give Marsha that moment to say she at least was grown enough to go, I was wrong for that. My bad. You should have had your moment, and that wasn't my place. I give Marsha some coots there. I gave her coots there because I was like, you, okay, good for you. Because that could have been a whole nother story. You could have gone into a confessional and done the full asshole moment, and you didn't do that. And I appreciate it, Marsha. Those are the moments that made me like you a lot. Marsha never plays the victim. That's refreshing to see. It's very refreshing to see her on social media too, stick up for her castmates, and as well as the sisters themselves doing the same. It's getting crazy out here, y'all. And I love you too, baby. Homogenic, we've been here. You've been with me for a while. So our disagreement was very family. That was a family moment. Because I was like, girl, what are you talking about? I think that's why I took it even more personally. Because I was like, what are you talking about? Like what, me? Like, what did I say? That was crazy. I love you, baby. Thank you for the super chat. Let's see here. Continuing on with this, story, this two tales of people that are running through here. Malaysia got her point across. I think that Mistress was so fucking funny though, when she came in and it was that full. I'm glad that we got the song that we wanted, and I actually am. Bitch Spice's makeup is everything. Whoa, this mug is right. But I got to give Spice some coots here too. I love how Spice was very much trying to mediate this conversation in terms of trying to like give an answer to where Malaysia was coming from by saying, do you feel, and how is that making you feel, and asking what Malaysia's going through in that moment versus Malaysia just having a moment and people just staring at her. And I like that Lucy also jumped in reference for this too, to like give a defense behind where everybody was at. It's nice when people are watching from the outside in that bubble. We're watching from the outside of the bubble, on the outside of that bubble, but the people in the bubble, but on the outside of that combo, being able to still wrap it up and being like able to like give a different translation than what the girls were looking for. I was very happy with how this went down. I was like, okay. And again, I was appreciative of Marsha for like just saying, chill out, let Malaysia have her moment. She is not happy. This is clearly something that has pressed her button. So this is a time where you really got to stay on that chill, okay? When Spice started playing charades after the dust settled, the twins were more emotionally mature than I first assumed. Girl, it was her walking like a duck for me. That was so silly. But yeah, Mistress, you had me cooked, girl, when you came back in that room and you was like, well, cheers to us getting what we want. Oh was so funny. So funny. So funny. It was a really touching moment, these sisters working together, and sad that if they have to lip sync against anybody, they just didn't want to do it. But that's the show, and Robin got a peaceful exit, and all my love to Robin here. Listen, that's the review today, kids. Wow. 2 hours and 30 plus minutes. I was trying to go a little bit quicker there, but we had some conversations. We had, some disagreements. We talked about things, if, then, there scenarios. My words are doing a lot of this right now. My apologies. I feel like Shirley Ralph is going to have a cork ready for me for the next episode. Diction. I'm excited for whatever happens next week. It is definitely going to be some drama in the beginning, and I'm here for it. But I'm hoping for the best because I love this cast, regardless of who's gone home already. Everything else that's in between, I'm thoroughly entertained, and I'm happy that Drag Race is still on our televisions for me to review and for you to watch, for me as well, and for us to support our drag sisters. I will be at DragCon LA, so if you're going to be there, find me. Ginger Spice, thank you for the super chat again. And I apologize. So seriously apologize. You're so cute. Don't apologize. I just did for being iconic, BB. I've learned that that's BB. One time I was like, BB, what is that? No, just wanted to know your energy is so captivating, kept my attention right away. So having phase 2, I'm a fan already. Thank you, Ginger Spice, for the super chat, and thank you for your patience with me going through these chats here today, y'all. I've noticed a lot of growth in my channel over the last couple of months, and I'm very thankful for it. Thank you, God. Thank you, Rant Pack. Thank you, family and friends. I appreciate the support and y'all seeing the vision behind what's going on here. To many more subscribers, to many more videos, to many more laughs and great conversation. If it's your birthday, make some noise. Have a happy birthday. If it was your birthday and I missed it, happy belated. If it's your birthday coming up, happy early birthday. Whatever you're celebrating, whatever you're going through, I send you nothing but love, wealth, and health. No stress. No stress. I'll see you tomorrow for the panel. You already know how they operate. So I don't want to hear nothing crazy, but you already know how they operate. Drop a tip in my jar if you feel like it. I see someone on my PayPal. Another great show. Thanks. Thank you, Melanie. I appreciate you, baby. But take care, y'all. Have a good night, a good morning, whatever time of day it is. And I will see you tomorrow for the panel. This was fun. Okay. Bye.
Listen.